Summary.
Kai pushes the button for the elevator to start. I didn't even realize we weren't moving. He then begins peppering kisses along my neck. I'm so wet already it's hard to deny I want him. Truth is he's right. Nobody has ever made me feel the way Kai does. My body begs to be taken by him, and my heart has always belonged to the one boy I couldn't have, the alpha's son. Avery and Kai are best friends. When they start to feel the mate bond at a young age, their parents intervene, confusing the two children. Right before their 18th birthday, they meet again. But outside forces threaten to break their bond again. Will the two mates finally get their happily ever after, or was their relationship just never meant to be?
Prologue.
I cannot lose you because if I ever did, I'd have lost my best friend, my soulmate, my smile, my laugh, my everything. Age 10. Waking up I can't help but smile. Today is Saturday, and I'm going to the park with my best friend Kai. He's the future alpha of our pack. His dad Silas is alpha now, and his mom Veronica is Luna. We're all werewolves, which I think is pretty awesome. When I turn 13, I'll be able to shift into my wolf. I can't wait. I'm so excited. Kai and I have the same birthday, and we're already planning a huge party for when the big day arrives. Trying to hurry, I climb out of my bed, almost tripping and falling. I'm very clumsy for a wolf. I rush out of my bedroom and down the hall to my parents' bedroom. We live in the pack house with about 100 other wolves. Knocking on the door, I scream for my parents to wake up. Mom, Dad, wake up. It's time for the park. I yell, not caring who hears. Everyone around is already used to my antics by now. Kai and I run down the halls yelling every day. My dad slowly opens the door, his brown hair sticks up everywhere, and he yawns. He's still dressed in his red plaid pajamas. How about breakfast first, Avery? You need all your energy for the park. He yawns again, and I nod and jump up and down excited. Okay, yay, I'll go eat then get dressed. I clap my hands and run away. Today is going to be a good day, I can tell. Rushing down the stairs of the pack house, I skip the last step and fall on the floor. I scrape my elbow, but ignore it. Werewolves have super fast healing. My healing is slower though, so it will take a few hours instead of minutes like others. I guess you can say I'm pretty unique. I have brown hair, green eyes, and the cutest freckles. I'm shorter than other werewolves, so they make fun of me. Well, they try to, but Kai always beats them up. I have to stop him from getting into fights over me at school constantly. He's really protective. Embarrassed I fell again, I get up and run into the kitchen, hoping Miss Starla has already cooked. She's the pack chef, and I have already made her my honorary grandmother. Reaching the kitchen, I smell all my favorite foods: bacon, eggs, and pancakes. I rub my tummy just thinking of the delicious food I can't wait to eat. I'm practically drooling as I enter the kitchen to see one of my favorite people. Miss Starla is an older lady with curly gray hair. She's facing the counters, but turns when she hears me run in. Everyone says I'm loud, and they can easily hear me. Kai is always so quiet. He says we are yin and yang, whatever that means. Good morning, Avery. Are you ready to eat? She asks. Yes, please. We're going to the park today. I smile and hop on the bar stool. Miss Starla has a huge grin on her face as she hands me a plate of food consisting of 3 pancakes, 4 sausages, and about 10 pieces of bacon. I scarf down my plate so fast, I barely notice she also gave me orange juice. Right when I finish my meal and jump off the stool, my parents show up. My dad gives me a quick hug, while Mom pats my head. I hate it. I'm not a dog. I see you already ate. Why don't you go get dressed, sweetie? She smiles down at me. Mom's hair is red with brown eyes. I take after my dad with our brown hair and green eyes. Okay, Mom, I'll be ready soon. I'm so excited. I shout and run past her. Hurrying to my room, I go into my closet and pick out some jean shorts and a pink tank top. Since pink is my favorite color, I try to always have at least one pink item on. After getting ready and dealing with my parents' slow driving, we finally reach the park. As soon as we pull up, I smell something delicious like caramel and cinnamon. The smell is so mouth-watering. As soon as the car stops, I open my car door and head for the playground. I can hear my parents shouting for me to slow down, but I ignore them. I have to find the amazing smell. I continue sniffing the air and look around, but I don't see any food around, just other kids, all wolves like me. But then the smell hits me, and I almost fall back. It's so strong. I close my eyes and embrace it.
Avery, you're here.
Kai runs up to me, and I recognize he's the yummy smell. His mom must have been baking again. She loves to cook. Kai and I eat her yummy food all the time. We run towards each other and stop just a foot apart. My arm starts to tingle and my forehead is sweating. Hey, I feel weird, I whine, rubbing the sweat off my forehead.
Something is going on. I feel weird also, but it's a good weird.
He grins.
We step close together and Kai grabs my hands, interlocking our fingers. He presses his forehead to mine, and I notice all of my anxiety leaving.
We play for hours while our parents watch from a bench they're sitting on. Kai and I rode down the slide a bunch of times, played tag, and he pushed me on the swings. I offered to push Kai on the swings, but he got angry and refused. He said he wanted to make me happy. I didn't want to make him more mad, so I didn't argue. While Kai plays soccer with some other wolves, I start building sand castles when a boy with red curly hair comes over and kicks over my sand castle while laughing.
Hey, that wasn't nice.
I stand up and brush the sand off my clothes. The mean redhead boy just glares at me. Shut up, you little baby. You're ugly. I don't know why the future alpha likes you, he yells. I feel my eyes start to water, and the redhead boy steps closer to me. I put my hands up to stop him from coming any closer. Kai is my best friend, and you are so rude. That's why he is my friend, and not yours, so please back off. Apparently, the boy doesn't like what I said because he pushes me down. Falling down hard on my butt, I look up to see him hovering over me with his fists balled up. I'm going to show you how we treat mouthy girls in my house. He growls, and I see his fist come flying towards me. I close my eyes waiting for the impact, but it never comes. I open my eyes slowly to see Kai on top of the mean kid, punching him in the face over and over. Kai, no. I stand up and try to grab his arm, but he's still beating up the kid. Kai, please stop, he's hurt enough. He finally stops punching the kid and spins around to look at me. His brown eyes are full of rage, and they almost seem to flash gold, like his wolf is trying to come out already. All I want to do is calm him down. I have never seen him so angry, so I decide to close the space between us and wrap my arms around his neck. His sweet scent of caramel and cinnamon radiates around me as he buries his head in the crook of my neck. Honey, he whispers. What? Honey and apples. It's what you smell like. It's so calming. I pull away and stroke his cheek with my thumb. You smell like caramel and cinnamon. It's calming to me also. Kai pulls me back in and buries his head in the crook of my neck again. We just stand there holding each other until he pulls away and puts a strand of my brown hair behind my ear. His golden brown eyes stare into my green ones. You know I will always protect you, 𝒂𝒊𝒐𝒏. You're my best friend, and I can't lose you. I lay my head on his chest as he rubs my back. You're my best friend also, Kai. Don't worry, you will never lose me. I'm not sure how long we stand there holding each other, but we are pulled apart when both our parents rush up. I feel a strong grip on my arm. The first voice I hear is Alpha Silas. What is the meaning of this? He yells while pulling me away from Kai. Let me go now, Dad. Kai tries to yank from his dad's grip, but is stuck. He's no match for his strong alpha dad.
You dare challenge me, boy?
The alpha yells and lets go of my arm, dropping me to the ground. Luckily, my dad rushes up and helps me stand. I'm sure my arm is bruising from the alpha's death grip, but I ignore it. My dad holds my shoulders, keeping me in place.
Let her go now.
Kai growls, and I see him take a step towards my dad, challenging him. Why is he acting like this? My mom asks, looking between me and Kai.
Do you think?
Oh no, it can't be. They haven't even shifted yet. Kai's mom, Veronica, gasps and covers her mouth. I see my parents looking back and forth between Kai and me, but I'm too distraught to care what they have to say. I just have an overwhelming urge to be near my best friend. This can't happen. My son is a future alpha. We have to stop this. Alpha Cyclist glares at me. Go get the witch. This is a mistake. He growls towards his wife. Kai growls, breaks out of his dad's hold, and wraps his arms around me. Avery, stay with me, don't go. He whimpers into my shoulder, but he's yanked away. Kai, please, I beg and reach for him. This cannot and will not happen ever. Alpha Silas growls out. My dad drags me to the car while I'm kicking and screaming, and then he throws me in the back seat. My mom sits beside me and holds me while my dad starts the car to drive away. I see Kai from my window being pulled away from his dad by his shirt collar. He's scratching at his hand to get away, but it doesn't work. I bang on the window and cry, wanting my best friend. I'm not sure why they won't let us near each other, but the thought of being away from him breaks my heart. He makes eye contact with me one more time before my dad speeds away down the road. I mouth to Kai, I'm sorry, before I feel something prick my neck. My eyes slowly start to drift closed. I have no idea what's happening, just that my heart is broken, and I don't know why.
Chapter 1. Avery, age 17.
I can't stop staring at my school lunch. It's supposed to be cheese nachos, but it looks like yellow thick vomit instead. The nachos don't even smell good. I push the lunch tray away and turn my head in disgust. I'm pretty sure the lunch ladies are trying to kill us, I announce, glancing around at my friends. I told you to pack your lunch on Taco Thursday. My best friend B smiles at me. B has been one of my best friends since I moved here to Lakeview. She has long, wavy blonde hair and bright blue eyes. She's so beautiful and energetic. Everyone loves her. We met when I moved here 8 years ago, and I hardly remember my life before this place. My father is the pack lawyer. My dad helps with the contracts between other packs and also helps with the business side of the pack. Our Alpha Craig owns many businesses, and my father also helps other wolves with their businesses on pack lands and off. My mother's job is pretty much spending money. I swear all the woman does is shop and constantly redecorate our house. She shops more than me, and I'm a teenager, almost an adult. My 18th birthday is in 3 days. My other best friend Kayla shoves her sandwich in my face, getting my attention. She has short black hair cut into a pixie cut. She's as tough as can be and tries to be the mama bear of our trio, always taking care of me and B. Here, you can have my other sandwich. I packed extra, and by extra, I mean 5. Kayla laughs. I grab the sandwich and take a huge bite, moaning in delight. Ham and cheese, it's delicious. This is great, thanks, I mumble. No problem. Let's just hope camp has better food this weekend, Kayla says, making B and I both nod in agreement. I'm so excited. I hope we find our mates and they're perfect. B holds her hand over her heart with a huge grin. Like always, she's daydreaming about her mate. She's a sucker for romance. Kayla scoffs and starts eating her sandwich. B and I exchange glances, unsure of what to say. Kayla has always been hesitant about finding her mate, but won't tell us why. Both of my friends are already 18, so if their mate is around, they will sense him. I decide to speak up and break up the awkward silence. I just hope my parents believe me. I feel bad for lying to them, but they are so hesitant about me finding a mate. They keep assuring me I don't need one. Yeah, your parents are so weird. Most parents are happy for their kid to find a mate, and if the wolf is of higher rank, it's even better. B cups her chin, and I can tell she's daydreaming again about finding her mate. I used to get annoyed by it, but I'm used to it by now. Is that why they banned you from going to the mating camp? Kayla asks, concerned. She hates how overprotective my parents can be. Every year there is a camp to help werewolves find their mate. You either have to be 18 already or turn 18 while at the camp. They make us train, and the alphas there use their free time to create new allies. It's supposed to be very fun, but my dad has banned me from going. He doesn't want me to have a mate.
Yes, but I really want to go. But you know I hate to break the rules. I pout at Kayla, and she reaches across and squeezes my hand.
My parents are very strict. I have a curfew of 11. I have to get perfect grades and attendance. My dad has already helped me apply to colleges close by, and he wants me to become a lawyer like him. He wants me to take over his role here in the pack one day, so he can retire and spend more time with Mom. My parents are even more strict when it comes to dating. It was either no boyfriend, or they picked one for me. I refuse to let them decide who I date, so I have just stayed single. My mom refuses to talk about mates, and my dad just keeps trying to convince me that I am too independent to need a mate, and it will just ruin me. When I asked my dad about going to camp this year, he got angry and shifted into his wolf. He broke a lamp and destroyed the living room couch, so obviously he didn't want me to go, which is why I'm sneaking off to go there. B and Kayla have agreed to help me, and we have all told our parents none of us are going, and instead we are having a girls' spa weekend to celebrate my birthday. We even made reservations in case our parents called to check in. Kayla didn't care if it actually got used, but I decided to give our spa date to some shy she-wolves in our class. They were surprised and happy when I gave them the information to check in. I guess I just love making other people happy, and always have. I'm excited for our trip. I hope I do have a mate, and I hope I find him soon. My thoughts are interrupted by B talking. I heard there are parties every night. We have to make sure we pack the cutest outfits. She squeals and stands up from the table.
Please tell me you already went shopping.
I don't want to hit up the mall last minute. I sigh and run my hand through my long brown hair. We're leaving in the morning to be there on time. Our flight leaves at 5 in the morning. I promise it will be fast. Just go with me after school, please. B begs, waiting for me to cave in. Fine, but let's make it quick. I promised dinner with my parents. Oh, thank you, bestie. I love you so much. I owe you one. Count me in, I need some new combat boots. Kayla loops her arm around my shoulder, and we all walk away together in an awkward hug. After shopping with the girls, I go home with 3 bags full of clothes, mostly dresses, and try to figure out how to fit it all in my luggage bag. I wanted to pack lightly for the trip since it's only for 3 days, but now I might need a second bag. Deciding just to pack another bag, I rearrange all my clothes again, organized by color. After packing, I have dinner with my parents at home. My mom spends the whole dinner talking about the amazing spa I'm going to because apparently she has been there lots of times. My dad just nods and pretends to listen. I'm closer to my dad than my mom since she always acts too busy for me. Dad is busy also, but at least when he's home he makes time for me. My mom ignores me unless she wants to criticize me. My hair isn't shiny enough. I need more makeup on, and nothing is good enough for her. Once we're done with dinner, I meet my dad in his office. It's time for me to take my birth control shot. Since I'm a werewolf, my dad says I can't use human products. He gets mine from a doctor in Sweden who specializes in werewolf medicine. I have to take it once a month. I'm still a virgin, but my dad insists I take it anyway. Hey, Dad, I'm ready for my shot. I smile at him. He smiles back, and I walk up to his desk and hug him. My sweet Avery, I can't believe you're about to be 18. I remember when you could barely reach my knee. Dad, I haven't been a kid in years. He nods. You're right. You're a young woman now. I hope you have a wonderful birthday. I'm sorry I got so angry about the camp, but it's no place for a sweet girl like you. You don't need a mate. I don't understand why my dad doesn't want me to have a mate. He has my mom, and they're so happy together. I've always felt like something was missing from my life, that a piece of my happiness has already been ripped away. Sometimes I wake up drenched in sweat and crying from a nightmare. But I can never remember my dream or why I'm so upset. But every time I talk about it, people look at me like I'm crazy. They say nightmares are normal and everyone cries. My parents tell me I just need a hobby and Kayla thinks I'm depressed. Of course, B says I just need to get laid to be happy. I fake a smile. Don't worry, Dad, I'm happy with my life. You're right, I don't need a mate. You don't. Now let's give you your shot. He grabs the small blue case from his drawer and pulls out the needle. He sticks it in the jar filled with green liquid, and I take a deep breath. I watch as he sticks the needle in my hip. All better. Have a great birthday, sweetie. I silently pray that I do have a great birthday. Please, Selene, our moon goddess, help me find my mate.
Chapter 2 Avery.
I'm sitting in my family's private jet waiting for my two dumb best friends to join me. They're always late and I hate it. I'm the future alpha after my father retires, and they are my future beta and delta. We need to be on time. I really want to get to this mating camp and make a fool out of Scott. Scott is the future alpha of the Red Diamond Pack. We have a treaty with them, which is good because they are the second largest and strongest pack after mine. The pack also neighbors us, being only an hour away or shorter if you take a shortcut through the woods. But Scott and I have always had issues with each other. We're both very competitive, and he already texted me telling me how he was going to beat me at all the events and how he's the better alpha. Every other alpha fears me except him. I was given the nickname of Killer Kai after a rogue attack on my pack, and I took out 10 rogue wolves by myself when I was 15. Unlike others, I kill first and ask questions later. At first, I hated the nickname. I didn't want to be known as a monster or killer. But seeing people cower around me puts my wolf at ease.
Alpha Scott doesn't cower around me, but he also happens to be my cousin. I would beat Scott senselessly when I see him, but I promised my father I would be on my best behavior at camp. I tend to get angry easily and always have. Recently at training, I broke a few warriors' arms, and that's why my dad pushed me to go on vacation. I wanted to go to Hawaii or Italy, but my dumb friends convinced me to go to the mating camp with them. I'll be 18 in a few days, and my friends want me to find my mate. They think once I find her, it will calm me down, but nothing will. I have a darkness in me, a feeling that half my soul has already been ripped away from me. All I feel is rage now. I'm violent and temperamental. I hope if I do find my mate, she can handle me. I haven't felt happiness in a long time. Not since she left. She was my best friend, Avery. We had been friends since we were toddlers. We did everything together, from hanging out at the park together, eating lunch and dinner at the pack house, and staying up late watching movies. But one day she was just gone. I don't even remember her saying goodbye. I just went to knock on her door to ask her if she wanted to go get ice cream when I found her bedroom door open. The room was empty. All of her stuff was gone, and her scent had been wiped away. I ran to her parents' room, and it was the same. I was so distraught I had a full meltdown. I went to my room and destroyed everything. No one could stop me. I was on a war path. My father finally showed up and used his alpha command to calm me down. He explained Avery and her family had moved away, that they didn't want to be a part of our pack anymore, and I wasn't allowed to contact them. Her leaving hurt, and I decided then not to let another girl get close to me. Friends or not, I wouldn't trust them. Some girls think they can change me, but they can't. Luckily, most are too afraid to approach me. Running my hand through my wavy black hair, my golden brown eyes spot my two friends finally entering the cabin of the plane. "Where the hell have you idiots been? I told you I wanted to arrive early," I yell, and they bow their heads in submission. "Sorry, Kai, Lance here had to say goodbye to Laura, or was it Linda? I had to wait in my car for him to finish." Matt laughs and sits in the seat across from me. "Why are you still hooking up with all these she-wolves, Lance? You could find your mate at the camp, and then you will have to explain why you've been with another girl."
I shake my head in disgust. Lance sits beside Matt and starts laughing. Sorry, bro, we can't all be perfect like you and wait for our mate. Some of us want to have some fun first. Plus, her name was Andrea. He punches Matt in the shoulder, and he hits him back. Don't say us, I want no part of this. Matt holds his hands up in the air to surrender. Hey, I have needs also, man, but I just have this feeling I should wait. Plus, my wolf gets turned away from other she-wolves. I admit, even though it's embarrassing. Most alphas don't wait, we do whatever we want with no consequences. Not to mention all girls want to be a Luna and throw themselves at us. But I just can't do it. Maybe your mate is a man. Lance laughs and Matt punches his shoulder. I like women, jackass. I just want that special one. I bite my lip and try to think of the perfect mate. She is special if she puts up with you. Matt jokes and Lance laughs with him. My best friends are so immature. I kick both of them under the table in the leg hard, and they yelp in pain. Smiling in satisfaction, I lay my head back and think of my mate. Most wolves can sense their mate after they turn 18, but being of alpha blood, I should have been able to sense her after my first shift at 13. My mate might not have been able to sense it yet, but I would know, and I have been disappointed ever since, hoping I would have met her by now. I have been to at least 50 different packs since I started shadowing my dad when I turned 14, and I still haven't found her. My dad wants me to choose a Luna, which really means he chooses a Luna for me, but I refuse. I told my father I would rather be mateless. I want my fated mate, whoever she is. I haven't been sleeping well the last few nights. My wolf Titan has been restless, and we have been taking midnight runs just to tire ourselves out enough to sleep. My wolf is anxious and wants to meet our mate fast. I feel the same, but fate can't be rushed. I can only hope the moon goddess will deliver her soon. If I'm lucky, this year will be the one.
Chapter 3 Kai.
As soon as we enter the camp, I'm speechless. I have never seen this many wolves in one place. Once the taxi dropped us off, we checked in at the front gate, got our room key and schedules, and came upon a large open field. Inside there are wolves everywhere in human and wolf form. To my left, I can see a giant obstacle course and other training equipment. Farther straight in front of us is a large boxing ring where 2 wolves are sparring. To the right, I can see lots of cabins, and in the middle is one large building that reminds me of the pack house back home, but way more fancier. I'm so busy staring at my surroundings that I barely notice the guys walk past us and smile, checking us out. Hey boys, B waves, and I grab her arm, pulling her close to me as she laughs. B, what the heck? Trying to find a guy already? I laugh and B twirls a piece of her blonde hair around. I'll be a good girl, I promise, I just like to look, B replies. Kayla rolls her eyes and I smack B's arm. She just continues to laugh. I drag both of my heavy bags down the long dirt path to the cabin. Kayla only had 1 small bag and B brought 4 bags. I look over at Kayla and see her struggling with her bags. Do you need help? Maybe I can carry one? I ask, even though my arms are already tired. My friends know I'm not as strong as other wolves. I have to train twice as hard. I also can't talk to my wolf Raven unless I'm in wolf form. It's strange for a werewolf, but like I said before, I'm unique. Ugh, I'll help Barbie. Kayla grunts and grabs 2 of B's bags. After a 10-minute walk, we reach our cabin, and I'm happy I can set my bags down. As soon as we enter the cabin, I trip over the rug and land on my stomach. Ugh, really, legs work right. I growl and stand back up. I'm so clumsy, I hate it. B and Kayla walk around me, and we all study the room. The room is decent, but I thought it would be nicer. It has a small brown couch and an older flat-screen TV on the wall. A dead sunflower in a cracked white vase sits on the coffee table between them. To our left is a small circle wooden dining table with 4 chairs. I look towards the hall and see 3 doors. I call dibs on the largest room. B screams and drops her bags and runs down the hall. No fair, I wasn't ready. I yell and chase after her. B runs and opens up the door on the left, revealing a large room. Obviously the biggest one too. I roll my eyes at how lucky she is. I open the door in front of me and see a medium-sized room. Inside is a simple gray queen-sized bed with a brown nightstand beside it and a small closet to the left. Girls, we have a problem. Kayla turns to face me. What is it? I walk over to Kayla and look into the room, and I see the problem. The problem is it's not a bedroom, it's a bathroom. Somehow we got a 2-bedroom instead of a 3. B walks up behind me and peeks over my shoulder to look. B is taller than me by 2 feet. I'm 5'6", which is short. Most werewolves are over 6 feet tall. Oh no, should we request another room? B asks, looking at Kayla. It's fine, I can crash on the couch. If I'm lucky, you two will meet your mates and can shack up with them. Kayla laughs and pats my back. Are you sure? If you want, we can share my bed. I turn to Kayla with a bright smile on my face. It's okay, Avery, I have slept on worse, plus you are terrible to sleep with. You toss and turn so much it's uncomfortable. It's true, still love you though. B nods at me, smiling. Do I really sleep that bad? I ask, my smile turning into a frown. I know sometimes me and my wolf are restless to sleep, but I always hoped no one ever noticed. It's like an earthquake. Kayla teases and walks away. We all go over to our bags, and I take mine into my room and start unpacking. I offered to share space with Kayla, but she said she only brought 1 bag and didn't plan on unpacking it. After unpacking, B thought we should walk around and get familiar with the place, and I agree. I've been feeling anxious since we arrived. I'm not sure if it's being in a new place or all the different wolves around. Hopefully, a walk will help. Once outside, we pass many other cabins that look like ours. I spot wolves all around smiling because they found their mate already, and some crying because they found their mate and weren't happy. B and Kayla are talking to each other, but I don't pay attention. The thought of meeting my mate here now makes me nervous. Maybe he won't like me, or maybe he'll reject me. Unlike B, I didn't date. My parents' strict rules made it hard to go out, so instead, I kept my focus on school. The only boy I was ever close to was my childhood friend Kai, and we were inseparable. We hung out every day at the pack house or meeting at the park. He was such a gentleman even though we were young, opening doors for me, picking me flowers, and always making sure I ate first before he even took a bite of his food. I remember being heartbroken after we moved, but I wasn't sure why. Maybe it was from missing my best friend or leaving behind the only home I knew. I was surprised we didn't keep in touch after I moved. But I guess friends drift apart sometimes. Before we can walk around any longer, an announcement is made over a loud intercom. All wolves in Group A, please go to the football field. The voice repeats over and over. We're in Group A, let's go. B squeals excitedly and grabs me and Kayla's arms, dragging us towards the football field. The closer we get to the football field, the more anxious I get. We make it to the field, but the crowd is so large we're far in the back, with at least 3 rows of wolves in front of us. An older wolf stands up on a wooden box and speaks into a megaphone. Not sure why we all have super hearing. Welcome everyone, I'm Joseph, and I'm happy to see so many new faces this year. Now this camp isn't just for finding your mate, but also to make lasting friendships and connections. The wolf world works better when we all get along. Some of the wolves start to laugh and make jokes, but Joe continues. By now you should all be checked in and ready for the first event. The first game is dodgeball. We will split you into 4 teams. May the moon goddess bless you all with luck. Joe smiles and an older she-wolf comes up to stand on the box next. The she-wolf starts rambling off names and whether to go to the left or right side. Luckily, B and Kayla are on my team. When the game finally starts, I hide in the back. Most of the females are hiding except Kayla, who loves sports. Kayla and about 10 other wolves are running and throwing balls at the other team. I look over at B, who is texting on her phone. Really, B, this isn't the time. Pay attention. I scold her. Sorry, I saw the cutest dress, I had to order it. B says, keeping her focus on her phone like balls aren't flying around everywhere. Let's move around, maybe no one will notice us. I tell her, but she isn't paying attention. A ball flies by us and hits B in the chest. What the heck, jerks? B yells and runs off the field smiling because she doesn't want to play anyway. I keep playing and soon my team is down to 5 people besides me. There is Kayla, another girl with purple hair, and 3 male wolves. I throw a ball at a wolf on the other team but miss. I growl in annoyance when a wolf on my team walks up beside me. I sniff the air thinking it smells familiar, but shake my head at the crazy thought. Whoever it is, I don't know them. Nobody from Star's Hollow Pack is here. The wolf, who has shoulder-length dark hair and brown eyes, smirks at me. He has broad shoulders, and from his dominant aura, I can tell he's an alpha. Nice throw, but you should angle your arm back more. Maybe it'll help, he says, and I roll my eyes at him without glancing at him. Thanks, but dodgeball isn't my sport anyway. He chuckles and puts out a hand for me to shake. I'm Alpha Scott of the Red Diamond Pack. What's your name, beautiful? I'm shocked by his confidence. Is he flirting with me during a game? I can already smell 3 different female scents on him. Why is he talking to me? From the corner of my eyes, I can see him licking his lips and looking my body up and down. I ignore him and focus on the game instead. A ball flies our way, and I move to dodge it, but Scott catches it and throws it back, hitting another wolf, taking them out of the game. You know you could thank me. I just kept you from getting out. You should at least tell me your name. I scoff. Normally I'm a nice person, but something about this guy rubs me the wrong way. But he's an alpha, and they hate being disrespected, especially by a lower-rank wolf. I fake a smile and put out my hand for him to shake. I'm Avery, Stars Hollow Pack, I answer. A big smile creeps up on Scott's face. He grabs my hand and pulls it to his mouth, kizing it. I yank my hand away fast. Scott looks annoyed, and I feel a ball hit me in my side. Out! I hear the announcer yell, and I start to walk away. I have my back turned to Scott, but I turn around and give him one more look. See you soon, Avery. He winks at me, and I get chills down my spine. My wolf raven feels uneasy, and so do I. After dodgeball, we go eat lunch, then head back to our cabin, and we take turns showering and getting ready for tonight. B met some nice girls while she was on the sidelines. They told her about a bonfire tonight, and we decided to go. Kayla is reluctant to go, but after being promised free beer, she changed her mind. B is the most excited to go. She hopes to find her mate, and I just hope not to run into Alpha Scott again. I put on a short black dress with my black wedged boots. B wears a turquoise crop top with a matching skirt. Kayla hates dresses and decided to wear black skinny jeans and a red tank top. B does my hair and makeup up, then after arguing with Kayla, she finally convinced her to wear makeup and style her hair. Before we walk out the door, I take a deep breath. Mate, if you're out there, here I come.
Chapter 4 Kai.
Thanks to my slow friends, we're late and missed the first event today. After checking in, we immediately go to our room in the main cabin. The cabin is more like a pack house. The first floor has a kitchen and a large dining area for everyone to eat at and 2 large public bathrooms. The second floor has about 40 bedrooms for beta, deltas, and gammas to share, and the third floor has another 40 for alphas. My room is like a small apartment with a kitchen, living room, office, bathroom, and master bedroom. I was given the best room since my father is the alpha of the strongest pack in the western United States, the Blackwater Pack. My great-grandfather Cain Blackwater started it after his parents' pack was attacked and burnt down by rogues. After I take over, I plan to extend even more. I want to honor my ancestors by making sure our pack is the strongest in the whole country. When I find my Luna, we will be even stronger. After laying in my bed, relaxing for a few hours, I mind Link, Lance, and Matt. Where are you two? Down in the dining area, lots of hotties in here, Lance answers. Aren't you supposed to be looking for your mate, Lance? I growl at him. She won't mind. Lance laughs. Are you coming? Should be time for the party soon. Matt asks. Coming now. I cut off my mind link and go downstairs. The dining hall is pretty busy, but I spot Matt and Lance by a table. As soon as I walk up, I'm irritated. Lance is making out with a random she-wolf. Matt just stands idly by, looking disappointed. Didn't you get laid earlier? What the hell are you doing? I yell at Lance. The girl jumps back from Lance, hearing my comment. She looks up at me and starts to growl, but when she realizes who I am, she bows her head. Like I said, everyone fears me. She then turns back to Lance and slaps him. You jerk. The she-wolf yells and walks off angrily. Really, Kai? I was trying to have some fun. Lance runs his hand through his long blonde hair. With his perfectly sun-kissed skin, he reminds me of one of those human surfers. We didn't come here so you could bang every female who lets you. I glare at Lance, who's smirking. Wipe that look off your face before I do, I growl. Lance put his head down, submitting to my alpha voice. I turn and look at Matt, who has been quiet this whole time. How did you let this happen, Beta? You're starting to get useless around here. I tried, but he doesn't listen. I was just as grossed out as you. Matt frowns, then looks down at the floor like it's super interesting. I swear my friends are idiots. Annoyed by both of them, I walk away. They follow behind me as we head towards the bonfire party down by the lake. When we get there, the place is crowded. There have to be at least 500 wolves here. Lance walks up beside me, rubbing his hands. This should be a fun night, boys. So many ladies to choose from. He states, and I growl. He knows I hate how he treats women. Plus, I want them focused always. This is a neutral zone, but with so many possessive alphas and desperate she-wolves, there are bound to be problems. I need a drink, I mumble. But before I can get a drink, the last person I want to see walks up. Well, look who it is, Alpha Chi. What a surprise to see you here, cousin, Scott smirks. You knew I was coming ashore, that's why you picked the room next to mine. I could hardly relax earlier with the moaning sounds coming from his room. I had no idea you were next to me, must just be a coincidence. He shrugs and then steps closer to me. I really want to wipe the smirk off this condescending ashore, but I can't. I promised my dad no fighting. Being an alpha sucks. I constantly have to set an excellent example for others. I have other pack members here, and they already think I can't control my temper. Well, here is a new idea. Stay far away from me. Treaty or not, I won't tolerate your disrespect. I growl and step closer, so now we're almost chest to chest. I wouldn't dream of it, Kai. Also, I wanted you to know I found the future Luna of the Red Diamond Pack. She is a cute little thing. Brunette, green eyes, black dress. Stay away from her. I feel bad for the poor girl mated to him. But still, I wouldn't mess with another wolf's mate. If someone even looked at my mate wrong, I would snap their neck. Scott sees I'm not going to argue with him, and he walks away with a smug look still on his face. When he leaves, I unclench my fists. Man, I hate that Ashol. Why did your dad sign a treaty with his pack? Lance asks, just as irritated as me. Let's just drink and have fun. If we're lucky, we will find our mates. Matt suggests looking at us both. After dealing with that Ashol, I need something strong. Hours later, Matt is drunk and passed out lying on the grass. Lance is sitting in a chair beside me with 3 she-wolves surrounding him. Girls flock to him like mosquitoes looking for blood. His good looks and charm are like a poison, if you ask me, dangerous. A few girls tried to talk to me, but I ignored them. One even tried to sit on my lap like I'm a damn chair or something. I pushed her off, and she ran away upset. I know I was being mean, but what did she expect? I only want my mate, whoever she is. I take a drink of my whiskey, feeling slightly buzzed, when Lance elbows me and points to the crowd. It's Scott, and he's making out with some she-wolf. But according to how he described his mate, she's not it. The girl shoving her tongue down his throat has red hair, a white sparkly dress, and 6-inch stiletto heels. I take a deep sigh. I feel sorry for whoever his mate is. Lance points to another spot in the crowd. I think that's her, but I'm not sure. She doesn't look like she cares about Scott, though. I look at the spot he's pointing at and see the back of a brunette. The girl has long, wavy brown hair, a tight black dress, and black boots. She's dancing alone. Unlike me, she looks like she's having the time of her life. For some reason, I feel this pull to go to her. I stand up listening to my wolf titan yell at me to go get her. I'm going to talk to her. I take a step forward when Lance jumps up and grabs my arm. What are you doing, Kai? If that's his mate, then you need to stay out of it. No need to get in between their drama. I yank my arm away and growl at him. Back off, Lance. I'm going. Stay here with your playthings. I march off and I hear Lance sigh and sit back down. He knows better to argue with me when I'm determined to do something. Making my way through the crowd, I don't take my eyes off her. Her back is still turned to me so I can't see her face, but I imagine she's beautiful. I shake my head at my thoughts. This is wrong. She's someone else's mate. But I can't help it, I have to go to her. The wind picks up, and I smell something delicious, honey and apples. It feels oddly familiar, but I don't know why. My wolf titan gets excited and tells me to hurry to the smell. Surprisingly, I'm still heading towards the brunette. When I get a few steps away, I can't ignore it. My wolf is howling and jumping around excitedly. It's my mate, and she's right in front of me. I don't think I can control myself, her smell is so alluring. I let out a deep growl, and she stops dancing and turns around. Our eyes meet, and they're a beautiful emerald green. She looks me up and down, confused. Maybe she doesn't feel the mate bond. I take another step towards her. Kai, she asks confused, and I ignore my wolf yelling at me to mark her. I can't believe what I'm seeing. Avery.
Chapter 5 Avery.
The party is way more fun than I expected. Kayla, and I have been drinking and dancing the night away. Normally I don't drink, but I wanted to let loose, to forget all my responsibilities back home and relax. Many guys have tried to approach us, but I ignored them. Kayla also told them to screw off, but B wanted to entertain them. She flirted with a few and danced with them, but since they weren't her mate, they didn't stick around long. After hours of dancing, I had only spotted Scott once. He winked at me as he walked by with a girl glued to his side. I was creeped out still, but happy he was leaving me alone. B and Kayla went to get more drinks, so now I'm dancing alone. As I dance to some random pop song, I hear a deep, angry growl. I turn around wondering if it was directed at me or someone else, and that's when I see him. He's over 6 feet tall now. His black hair is shorter on the sides and his brown eyes seem more golden. His perfect jaw is clenched as he glares at me. Kai? Avery, he asks confused, but I'm just as confused. I haven't seen him in years, yet he looks exactly the same, except more handsome and muscular. I take a step closer to him. Kai, oh my gosh. I run up to him and throw my arms around his neck, hugging him. He wraps his arm around my waist and spins me around. He sits me down gently, and the smile I always loved is back. Always, I never thought I would see you again. How? Hat are you doing here? He stumbles over his words, and I can't help but blush. My hands are on his chest as I lightly laugh. I'm sure I'm here for the same thing as you, to find my mate. Did you find yours yet? I ask, and my wolf Raven whimpers at the thought of him having a mate. Kai shakes his head. Come, let's talk. He grabs my hand, and just like before, it's still a perfect fit. He leads me through the crowd of people who seem to part as he walks. I knew he's an alpha, but everyone seems to part like the Red Sea. Afraid to touch him, strange. We make it the large pack house that is quite empty due to the party. Everyone seems to be back at the beach. Continuing through the cafeteria, we make it into the elevator, where he pushes me against the wall. I'm shocked as he presses his body into mine. I'm caged between his arms, and I can feel his hardness grinding against my dress. His nose brushes against the crook of my neck. Avery, you smell fucking divine, he whispers. Kai. I know you feel it, the pull. We're mates. I shake my head. It's not our birthday yet. We can't be sure. He growls and his lips brush my earlobe. You're mine, Avery. His hand slides up my thigh and he squeezes my ass. Don't deny what you're feeling. Kai pushes the button for the elevator to start. I didn't even realize we weren't moving. He then begins peppering Kai's along my neck. I'm so wet already it's hard to deny I want him. Truth is he's right. Nobody has ever made me feel the way Kai does. My body begs to be taken by him, and my heart has always belonged to the one boy I couldn't have, the alpha's son. The stopping of the elevator makes Kai pull away. We make eye contact, and he grabs my hand, pulling me into his room. I look around shocked at the amazing apartment. He's living in luxury, while me and my friends are in a shack. Crap, my friends. I try to let go of Kai, but he refuses. Kai, stop. My friends are probably worried. He ignores my statement and pulls me onto a couch. He sits down and I straddle his lap. My mouth opens to protest, but he starts peppering Kai's along my neck again, and I melt into his embrace. Fuck Aves, I've missed you so much, he whispers along my skin.
Amon escapes me as he kaises along the crook of my neck, where my mate will mark me. His hands are gripping my waist as I grind against his hard member.
He growls and starts pulling on the straps of my dress when I realize this is going way too far. We're not 18 yet. We might feel a pull towards each other, but that doesn't necessarily mean we're mates. We've been best friends for so long that we've always had a bond. This is wrong. I manage to pull myself away and stand up. Kai's golden eyes are full of lust and confusion as he stares at me. What's wrong? Too fast? He asks, and I shake my head. Kai, this is wrong. We have no idea if we're mates. I can't do this with you. I'm saving myself from my mate. I'm sorry. He growls and his eyes flash, telling me his wolf is present. Avery, we're mates. I feel it, and if you would relax and get out of your head, you would feel it too. He stands up and grabs my hand. He sighs, and I can tell he's frustrated. Look, I don't want to pressure you if you're not ready. I'm sorry, but I feel a pull towards you, and I couldn't control it. I nod. Can we just take things slow, please? At least until our birthday. I just want to make sure. I mean, I've never even kissed a boy before. I've never kissed a girl either, Aves. I've been waiting for my mate also. He confesses, and I gasp. Really? Yes. I know it's weird to think of an alpha as not some huge player, but I've just never wanted anyone but you. He smiles, and I can feel the walls I have guarding my heart come down. I can't stop blushing. Can we just start over? Maybe watch a movie and talk. He nods. Sounds good. I'll grab some snacks while you pick a movie. When Kai returns to the couch, he has a handful of snacks, pretzels, popcorn, and my favorite Skittles. He opens a bag of my favorite candy and hands it to me. You remembered?
I remember everything about you, Avery.
Even when you peed the bed all over your Barbie blankets. He laughs, and I playfully push him.
You jerk, I was 5.
He smiles his perfect white teeth, and I swear my heart melts at how handsome he is. You're right. Now tell me what you have been up to. Where did you guys move to? We moved to the Stars Hollow Pack. Our alpha's name is Craig Burnett. He has 2 sons and a daughter. My dad is a lawyer there, obviously, and I graduate high school finally in 3 weeks. Stars Hollow Pack. That's so far. No wonder I never heard from you. I nod. Yeah, it's completely on the other side of the country. I missed back home though. It took me a while to make new friends again. Kai grabs my hand and presses a kiss on my knuckles. I'll always be your best friend, Avery. Home sucked without you too. I'm glad we found each other again. I lean my head on his shoulder, and he wraps his arm tighter around me. I don't say much else as our movie starts. Throughout the movie, Kai would tell me about home and how alpha training was going. He even told me about his mom passing away 2 years ago and how hard it was. We continued to cuddle and watch movie after movie until I started to feel tired. I try to resist, but eventually, my heavy lids win the battle and my eyes flutter closed. Kai is still with me, so I know for once I won't have any nightmares.
Chapter 6, Kai.
Sleeping next to my mate has to be the best feeling in the world. Well, maybe the second. I know when I finally get to kiss her, it will be the best. Last night, we stayed up talking until Avery fell asleep watching a movie. I picked her up and carried her to my bedroom. My wolf Titan has already claimed her as ours. It doesn't matter that we're not 18 yet. He doesn't want anyone else, and neither do I. If she's not my fated mate, then I'll reject my mate for her. And if her mate tries to stop me, I'll challenge him for her. I'll kill him, and she will be mine. I can't help but stare at her. I didn't want her to be uncomfortable, so I undressed her last night, trying not to peek as I put one of my shirts on her. I have to admit, she looks absolutely gorgeous in my clothes. But Mama raised a gentleman, so I kept my eyes and hands to myself. I woke up this morning to Avery curled onto my bare chest. Normally, I would sleep naked, but with Avery in my bed, I couldn't and slept in my boxers. But still, I couldn't control how hard I was when I woke up with her on me. As I lay here with my beautiful mate, I scold myself. Last night, I almost took things too far. I couldn't control myself. Her heavenly scent mixed with her arousal had me hard as a rock. My wolf almost took over. We want nothing more than to mark and mate her, have her screaming our name all night. Avery stirs beside me, and I can feel her waking up. Maybe now is the time to tell her how I feel. I told her last night I think we're mates, but she brushed it off. I want to let her know how serious I am, that she's the one for me. I don't want her out there looking at other guys or flirting with them. I think if I see another wolf touch her, I'll rip their eyes out. She's mine. Avery opens her perfect green eyes, and she looks confused. Kai, what's going on? Did I sleep here? She whispers, and I nod. She jumps out of the bed, looking around the room for her clothes, I assume. I can't believe this, she shouts, and I can't help but laugh. Always, please calm down, it's fine. We fell asleep watching a movie, that's it. Nothing happened. I tell her, even though I wish something had happened. She turns her back to me as she slips her dress back on. I can't help but stare at her perfect round as. My wolf is itching for me to go claim our mate and mark her. Avery faces me dressed and angry. This was a mistake, she answers, and it sends a pain right to my chest. I'm supposed to be waiting for my mate. What if he found out about this? He could reject me thinking I'm some pack slut. She shouts and I growl. Avery is perfect. Any guy would be lucky to mate with her. I wouldn't think she was a slut if she slept with someone else. She is amazing, beautiful, smart. Everything I could have asked for and more. He wouldn't think that. You're wonderful, Avery. I told you we're mates, so no need to worry. But what if we're not? We almost took things too far last night. It can't happen again, I'm sorry, Kai. She says and marches out of the room, and I hear the front door slam. Sighing, I fall back on my bed and stare at the ceiling. I wish she would just understand how much I love her. We're mates, I just know it. After my shower, I throw a white cotton shirt and jeans on, brush my teeth, and fix my hair. Then I head downstairs for breakfast. Hopefully, Avery will show up, and I can let her know we did nothing wrong sleeping together. Even if we aren't mates, she's my best friend. We used to sleep together all the time as kids. After grabbing my tray piled with food, I go find Lance and Matt sitting at a table already eating. Both look like they had a long night, and I'm actually well rested for once. Sleeping beside Avery calmed the beast in me. You guys look like shit, I tell them as I sit. Lance refuses to look at me while Matt rolls his eyes. I shouldn't have drank so much. How did your night go? He asks, and I smile. Matt looks shocked because I never smile. I found her, my mate, I say proudly, and Matt can't stop smiling. Lance looks up finally. Was it the brunette? I saw you drag her away, he asks, and I nod. I'm surprised you saw with your tongue down different girls' throats, I answer sarcastically. Matt shakes his head at Lance, then turns his attention to me. Are you sure? You're not even 18 yet. Matt reminds me. What's her name? Lance asked excitedly. He knows if a girl has piqued my interest, she has to be special. She wolves ask me out daily, and I reject them all. Remember the girl I told you was my best friend as a kid? I ask, and they both nod. Well, it's her, Avery. She spent the night with me. She's not 18 yet. We actually share a birthday, but my wolf can sense it, we're mates. Matt looks unsure. You have the same birthday. Lance takes a bite of his food before speaking. Well, I'm happy for you, man. I hope it works out. Matt growls at him. Don't encourage this. Kai, you need to be sure. Wait until your birthday tomorrow before you do anything. If she isn't your mate, you're going to be heartbroken. He'll be fine. He can handle a simple rejection if she isn't his mate. Lance argues, and I can't believe they're talking about me like I'm not even here. Matt shakes his head. Do you remember what happened when his mom died? His wolf went on a killing rampage. We don't want that to happen again. Alpha Silas had to pull lots of strings to cover it up. I slam my fists on the table. Stop it. Avery will be my mate regardless. I lost her once, and I won't do it again. I growl, and they bow their heads in submission. A heavenly scent wafts through my nose, and Avery appears. Hey, Kai, can we sit here? She walks up beside me smiling. She looks perfect in her white shorts and red camisole shirt. Sure, take my seat. I blurt out, and she chuckles. You're so silly. I'll just sit beside you. She sits beside me, and I quickly sit back down. Nice one, Alpha. Matt snickers. I ignore my beta and focus on the woman beside me. Avery is in a completely different mood than when she left earlier. Hopefully, she's happy because she's finally accepted we're mates. I look at Lance as I sit back down waiting for his smart remark like always. Instead, he eyes one of Avery's friends and he looks terrified. He grabs his food tray and leaves in a hurry. I'm confused, but maybe it's one of his past conquests he wants to avoid. So girls, this is Kai, my best friend. Kai, these are my friends I told you about, B and Kayla. She points at the girls and I half smile at them. Matt stretches his hand over the table. I'm Matt the beta of Blackwater Pack. He smiles and her friends shake his hand. So you ladies find your mate yet? He asks and smirks at me. I'll kill him. Not yet, but I hope so. The one named B answers. I don't want a mate, Kayla answers, and then stabs her sausage on her plate. An angry one she is. What about you, Avery? Excited to find your mate? He asks, and I kick his leg under the table. He flinches, trying to mask the pain. Avery has the biggest smile on her face, and I put my hand on her bare thigh, feeling the sparks between us. I just have to touch her constantly. Not yet, but this place is huge. If he's here, I'll find him. I just hope he isn't an overprotective alpha. I heard about this one called the Monster. They say he is a crazed killer and enjoys torturing rogues, and his pack members are terrified of him. I would hate to be mated to someone like that. She answers and then starts eating. My chest hurts at her words. The wolf she's describing is me. Another reason I'm called Killer Kai is because of my pack's treatment of rogues. We don't just kill them. I make sure they suffer first. I hate rogues after they killed my mother. I told Avery about my mother last night, but not how she died and the heartbreak I went through afterward. I didn't want her to view me any differently. She's right, I'm a monster, that's why everyone fears me. How am I supposed to tell her we're mates now? What if Alpha Dean is your mate? He so has a crush on you. B announces and Avery starts choking on her food. I pat her back, trying to hold in my growling. No way, B. He's our future alpha. We are friends, that's it. She says, and I hope she's right. Maybe I'll go find this Dean guy and have a chat with him. So do you have a mate? Her friend Kayla asks, looking at me suspiciously. My hand I had on Avery's thigh is now wrapped around her waist, and she looks at it. Does it matter? I ask, and her friend growls at me. It does. Don't want to give girls false hope, she says and glances at Avery. I hate that her friend assumes the worst of me. She thinks I'm like other alphas, sleeping with whoever I can and making fake promises to girls so they think they can be Luna one day. But I'm not. I have always known what I wanted, and that's Avery. I just never thought I would see her again. Now that I have her, I won't let her go. Avery nudges me, and I turn my attention to my beautiful mate. Her eyes meet mine, and I see the gold flecks in her green eyes. Her wolf trying to reach out. Kai, you told me last night you have been waiting for your mate. Don't tell me you lied to me, she asks and starts to frown. I try not to stutter over my words as I try to explain. And no, I am. I just don't go around telling people. You know I'm an alpha, I have a reputation. I wink, and she frowns more. You care more about your reputation than your mate? She asks, and my wolf titan whines. We can feel how disappointed she is in us. He probably already cheated on her, or... Her friend Kayla starts, and I growl loudly, making everyone within 3 tables submit to my alpha aura. Stop. We're not here to discuss me or my mate. I slam my fists on the table, and everyone bares their neck at my alpha command, except Avery, who is immune, of course. Avery frowns and stands up with her hand on my shoulder. I'm going to find something sweet to eat. I'll be back. Kai, please calm down. She tells me, walking away without sparing another glance at me. Her friends quickly follow after an upset Avery, while I cover my face with my hands. I can't believe I'm this close to Avery again, but I'm literally everything she despises. I can't even control my temper around her. I'm going to scare her off at this rate. For once, I'm afraid. I've never wanted anything as bad as I want her. I can't lose her again. I won't be able to handle it. My wolf has already claimed her as our mate, and I'm already attached to her like when we were kids. I hated being away from her then, too. Once when we were younger, Avery didn't show up to school, and I had a panic attack because I was so worried about where she was and if she was safe. Turns out she was sick, which is odd for a werewolf. The 2 days I had to stay away from her were the longest, most stressful days of my youth. I look behind me and see the girls getting some fruit. I turn to Matt, who is watching me with concerned eyes. I can't lose her, Matt. She's my mate, I know it. My wolf has already claimed her. What am I going to do? He sighs. Even though I think you should wait until your birthday, I can see how calm she makes you. You're like a lovesick puppy around her. I'll give you some tips to control your temper so you can win her over. Thanks. I'll owe you one. I smile at him. He rolls his eyes back at me, and the psychologist major in him gives me advice. Finally, Avery and her friends show up. As Avery sits beside me, I can't help but smile at her and the food in her hand. She's still the same as when we were kids wanting dessert first. Come on, I know it's only 8 in the morning, but this ice cream sounded so good. She licks her strawberry cone, and we all laugh. I wrap my arms around her waist as we eat our food. I won't lose her, not again.
Chapter 7 Avery.
After breakfast, we all head outside. We went down to the lake and played volleyball, where we girls kicked the boys' butt. Now we're headed back to the main area. Kai walks beside me, and I can't help but blush as he smiles at me. It's so strange being so close to him again. The last time I saw him, we were kids. We're both all grown up now, and I can't help but check him out. He's so handsome with his perfect face and chiseled arms. He even has tattoos now. Kai's the perfect combination of looking like a bad boy, but as sweet as can be. He wraps his arm around me, tucking me into his side.
What are you thinking about, Aves?
He says, and his deep, husky voice sends chills down my spine. Nothing, I whisper, but Kai eyes me like he doesn't believe me. So you wouldn't mind if I did this? He suddenly starts tickling my sides, and I try to squirm away while laughing, but it doesn't work. Kai, stop, please, I scream, and he just laughs. The tickling seems to stop, and I'm abruptly pulled against a hard chest. My wolf purrs, and I find myself clutching onto his shirt. His arms are wrapped around my waist, holding me in place. Memories of last night come back to me, and I squeeze my thighs close together. I can smell you, mate. Are you thinking about last night? I would have pleasured your tight, wet cunt all night if you hadn't stopped me, he whispers. Normally my wolf would want to attack any male close to us, but she just continues to purr. Of course, she likes Kai, but we have no idea if he's our mate or not, so we can't act on it. His head buries into my neck, nuzzling against me. It feels so good I can't help but bite my lip. Kai slowly pulls away, but still holds me close. He's always been so affectionate. I'll just have to get used to it again.
It's hot out here, let's get you a drink,
he states before walking away, leaving me completely flustered. I can't help but watch him walk away. His friend Matt catches up to him, and they begin talking. Whoa, that was hot, B says excitedly, pretending to fan herself down as she laughs.
You need to be more careful. Remember, he may not be your mate, and even so, he may be a complete jerk.
Kayla scowls as she wraps her arm around my shoulder. I shake my head at Kayla's comments. Even if Kai isn't my mate, I still want him in my life. Being around him has made me realize how much I missed my best friend. I want us to be close again, but maybe I do need to set some boundaries. I think Kai is good for you, Avery. I have never seen you so happy. You can't stop smiling. B reminds me, and I can't help but smile more. I'm so happy to have Kai back in my life. He's an alpha. They're players, and I don't want him breaking her heart. How do we know he doesn't just want to sleep with her? That's all guys care about now, Kayla shouts. I know you're worried about me, but I know Kai, he wouldn't hurt me. He's probably the sweetest guy I know.
We'll see, Kayla scowls.
After a short break, the 5 of us join in on the activities. We all end up on the same team and play tug of war against another team and win. Then we had a scavenger hunt where I paired up with Kai, and we won. Lastly, we all went on the giant obstacle course. I'm exhausted now and covered in sweat. I feel so gross now. I need a shower, B complains beside me. My hands are on my knees, and I'm bent over trying to catch my breath when I answer her. Me too. I hate to see what the next activity is. A delicious scent wafts through my nose and Kai walks up. He hands B and me a water bottle. He's shirtless, only in some black basketball shorts, and I'm trying not to drool. That was fun, I might go again, he says. Are you serious? I can't even feel my legs. I whine, and he laughs. You always hated training. Want me to hold you, Aves? Before I can answer, he's wrapping my sore arms around his neck, and he's holding my waist. I'm pretty sure I would fall over if he wasn't holding me up. How are you not even tired? Are you even real? Maybe you're a robot or something. I start touching his chest, and he growls and places my arms back around his neck. If I'm a robot, you're a little tease, or maybe you just like touching me, he whispers against my ear. I growl and fold my arms across your chest. I have no idea what you're talking about. Sure. Kai rolls his eyes and runs a finger down his toned chest. It's not like I didn't wake up to you cuddled up on this body. Heck, I didn't dream about you running your tongue all over me either. I playfully shove him. Shut up. You're such a tease. I'm never cuddling with you again. You know you like it. Maybe later I'll. Avery, is that you? A voice interrupts Kai, and I turn around to see Dean, the next alpha of my pack, Stars Hollow. I had no idea he was even here. He's probably the only other male my wolf raven can tolerate, so we hang out all the time. Dean. I arch my eyebrow, and he walks up and hugs me. There's a growling sound behind me, but I ignore it. I didn't know you were coming, I say. Dean nods. Yeah, my dad surprisingly sent all the unmated wolves from our pack. I didn't think you were coming, though. I know your dad is hesitant about you finding a mate. Since Dean will be the next alpha of the Stars Hollow pack, and I'm supposed to take over for my dad, we became close friends. Dean is one of the approved guys for me to date, but I don't think he likes me that way. He always insists I bring my friends when we hang out so we're never alone. Yeah, he doesn't really know I'm here. You won't tell him, will you? Of course not, Avery. You know me better than that. I actually bribed my way in since I won't be 18 until it's over, so we both were never here. He laughs, and I playfully shove him. You're so bad. I laugh more, and Dean's face turns serious as he grabs my hand and pulls me closer to whisper in my ear. I need to talk to you about something important when we get back. It's about my mate, and he's interrupted by Kai pulling me against his side and glaring at Dean. She doesn't want to talk to you, he growls. Dean looks confused as he glances between Kai and his arm wrapped tightly around my waist. Is this your mate, Avery? No. Yes, Kai answers at the same time as me. I push Kai away from me. We're not. Dean, I would love to talk to you when we get back home. I'll call you. Dean hesitatingly nods and walks away. Kai glares at him the whole time before he turns to me. What the fuck, Avery? You know we're mates. We don't know that, Kai. We're not 18 yet. The pull we feel between us could be anything. We were best friends for so long, and you were the first other werewolf I met. We're always going to have some sort of bond. It doesn't mean we're mates. His eyes flash, telling me his wolf is present. He lowers his face so his nose brushes against mine. His lips hover over my mouth as he growls, You're mine, Avery. Without warning, his mouth crashes onto mine, and my body presses into his. His large hand wraps around my throat as he deepens the kiss. The kiss starts out brutal and hard, like he's claiming me as his. But then the kiss slowly turns sensual and passionate as I dart my tongue in his mouth so it can dance with his. My heart beats rapidly against my chest, overjoyed. I'm kissing the man of my dreams, the boy I always loved. But my brain is yelling at me to stop, telling me this is wrong. That Kai had stolen something of importance from me, my first kiss. I somehow managed to push him away. My hand rises and I slap Kai across the face. He's breathing hard, eyes full of lust and adoration as his breathing evens out. My hand hurts, but he doesn't even act fazed by my action. How dare you steal my first kiss from me, Kai? How could you? The tears well up in my eyes. His jaw drops, and he seems to finally break out of the trance he was in. He takes a step towards me, but I back up. Avery, I'm sorry. Aves, I couldn't. I don't want to hear a bullshit excuse that you couldn't control it. You knew how much my first kiss meant to me, and how I was saving it for my mate. You just robbed me of that. I snap and begin walking back to my cabin. I can feel Kai watching me the whole time, but he says nothing else. I start to jog as I try to reach my cabin before more tears fall, but a familiar voice stops me. Kai has always been possessive. It will only get worse, Scott announces. You don't know anything about him, I answer. Even being angry at Kai, I will defend him always, especially against an 𝐴𝐵 like Scott. He scoffs and stands up from the tree he was leaning against. Please, I know Kai more than anyone else. He's my cousin. Which you hate, I interrupt. Kai told me last night all about his arrogant playboy cousin. They have some insane frenemies vibe, I sensed. He just shrugs. Regardless, we're family. I'm the one who's been around him for the last few years. You've been across the country. Kai isn't the adorable little boy you fell for. He's dangerous. If you think he's possessive now, wait until he takes you as his mate. You'll go from one controlling daddy to another. Growling, I wipe my tears away. You don't know anything about my life or Kai. I guarantee he will be a better mate than you ever will be. Scott saunters over to me. He looks me up and down with disgust before he speaks. I can't wait until he breaks your heart. Then we will see who the better mate is. Before I can get another word in, he walks off. My wolf is growling in my head, wanting to go argue with him, but I shake off his words and enter my cabin where more tears fall. My heart is torn at kissing Kai. I enjoyed it, but without knowing we're mates, I also regret it. If only midnight can come soon enough, then I'll know for sure if we're mates. I really hope we are, but if we're not, well, I have no idea how I'm going to handle the heartbreak.
Chapter 8 Kai.
You're an idiot, Matt says behind me. I still haven't moved from this spot. It's like I'm frozen. My brain and heart can't comprehend what just happened. We're still processing. I kissed Avery. It was amazing. She hated it. Sighing, I looked beside me at my concerned best friend. That didn't go how I thought it would. You think? The plan was to control your temper and show her you're a good guy. She's probably crying now. Shit. You think so? I really messed things up. Matt puts his hand on my shoulder, and we start walking toward the main cabin. It's lunchtime, and I'm starving, but now I'm not sure if I can even eat. Having Avery practically reject me hurts. My wolf won't stop whining, thinking our mate hates us. Titan took over and kissed her, and I didn't stop him. You did. Matt nods. But you turn 18 at midnight. If you're really mates, she will forgive you. I don't want to wait that long. After lunch, I'm going to go talk to her. During lunch, I force myself to eat. I still have no appetite. I just can't stop thinking about Avery and how she probably hates me now. I became the jealous alpha she hates. Fate brought us back together just for me to screw it up. I can't even put all the blame on my wolf. It was me too. As soon as that jackass Dean walked up, I wanted to strangle him. He hugged my Avery mine. I managed to keep myself from shifting and killing him, but still, I was aching to show him who she belonged to, me. So I kissed her. I don't regret it. Her lips were so soft and plump. Then the way her body pressed against mine, it was a perfect fit. I can't imagine my first kiss being with anyone else. With Avery, it was absolute perfection. That's why I have to fix things and fast. I mind Link Lance inviting him to come eat with us, but he has me blocked. He's been acting distant since we came to camp. He didn't show up at all for today's events, which is inexcusable. According to the camp counselors, we're supposed to be making lasting connections, which to them means holding hands and singing Kumbaya. It's stupid to me because I have enough allies, but still, a delta from a prominent pack not participating looks bad. I glance up from my food at Matt, who's texting away on his phone. You wouldn't happen to be texting Lance, would you? I ask, and Matt raises an eyebrow. No, why? I wave my hands around. He's not with us, dumbass. He missed today's events. Where the fuck is he? He shrugs. I'm sure he's fine. He probably found some girl to hook up with. I shake my head frustrated. I know Lance loves SX with various women, but he's been ignoring my mind links since he disappeared at breakfast. In the past, he would at least answer me and give me a time frame on when he would return, but it's been complete silence. I'm putting you in charge of finding him. Contact all pack members who are here and see if they have seen him. If he's seen, I want his location reported to me ASAP. I say, standing up. Where are you going? I wanted to go watch the mud wrestling event. I point behind me. To talk to Avery. I need to apologize and make things right. Good luck. He wishes me, and I know I need all the luck I can get. The whole walk over to her cabin, I'm nervous. My palms are sweaty and Titan is whining in my head. We both want to make things right with our mate, but we're scared. She was so upset earlier, I'm afraid she might reject me when she finds out we're mates. Standing outside her door, I can sense her on the other side. Her delicious scent of honey and apples has my mouth watering. After she left this morning, I stayed in bed basking in her scent. She smells like the apple tarts my mom taught us to make. It was our favorite snack to eat together when we were younger. As soon as I raise my fists to open the door, it opens. Her best friend Kayla walks out glaring at me. She closes the door behind her before I can see in. "Where's Avery? I need to speak to her." She folds her arms across her chest, continuing to glare at me. "She doesn't want to see you. We barely got her to stop crying. What you did was horrible. If you let me inside, then I can explain to her why I did it." She growls. "I know why you did it. You think you two are mates. But you're wrong. You're just another 𝑎𝑠𝑐𝒏 making false promises. I promise you, Kayla, I've never been more serious about anything like I am Avery. She told you about our past?" I ask, and she nods. "Then you know she's not just my best friend, but my other half. Even when we were kids, I only thought of her. I beat up kids who tried to bully her, and I made sure to let her know how special she was every day. In first grade, I made a macaroni necklace and proposed to her. She's my mate, Kayla, I just know it. My wolf knows it too. It's always been her." I confess and notice Kayla is wiping her tears away now. "Damn it, Kai, why can't all guys be like you? Then this wouldn't be so hard." Kayla cries more, and even though I hate hugs, I wrap my arms around her. She continues to cry onto my chest while I rub her back, comforting her. "What's going on?" I ask. I've never been good at comforting others, but she's my mate's friend, so I'll try. "My mate. I found him, but he doesn't want me." "I'm sure that's not true." "It is." She snaps and looks up at me. "When I found him, he was hooking up with another girl. He says he isn't the relationship type." She starts to cry more onto my chest, and I try to find the right words to say. "Kayla, sure some guys sleep around, but it's our mates who are our other halves. Only an idiot would deny that bond." She abruptly pulls away, wiping her tears. "Well, then your best friend Lance is an idiot," she confesses, and I can feel the anger snap inside me at her words. My wolf is pushing to take over and break our Delta's neck for the drama and heartbreak he's causing. A mate is a gift from the moon goddess. They're meant to be cherished. I'll take care of this. But you might not have a mate when I'm done. Tell Avery to meet me in my room at midnight, please. Kayla nods, and I storm off to find Lance. It doesn't take me long to find my Delta. Matt mind-linked me while I was scoping out the forest. Lance was spotted heading to his room. I asked Matt to wait on standby so I could talk to him first. I'm still pissed from the Avery situation, so this doesn't help. When I make it to their room, Matt is standing outside by the door. He shivers, feeling the anger radiating off me in waves. "Don't kill him," he warns, and my lip curls up in disgust. No promises. I open the door and Lance jumps up from the sudden intrusion. He's sitting on his bed, one leg dangling off, while he plays on his phone. He looks confused as he opens his mouth to speak. Before he can utter a word, my hand is wrapped around his throat, and he's pinned against the wall. He kicks and claws at my hand, but it's useless. I'm an alpha and 10 times stronger than him, even on my weakest days. "You piece of shit. How dare you defy the moon goddess and reject your mate?" Matt gasps behind me, and surprisingly Lance looks smug as hell, even though he can barely breathe. "Weren't you planning on doing the same thing? You said if Avery isn't your mate, then you would reject yours for her." He coughs out, and I squeeze harder. "This isn't about me, 𝑎𝑠𝑐𝒏. I wasn't fucking another she-wolf while my mate sat by crying with front row seats." Lance growls and snaps at me. I punch him hard in the stomach, then drop him. He falls down and sits against the wall with his knees bent. His eyes are full of tears, but I'm not sure if it's because of the pain I inflicted or if he actually feels guilty for how he treated his mate. He runs his hand through his wavy blonde hair. "Look, Kai, I'm not you. Girls don't just want you because you're an alpha. It's because you're a good guy, scary as hell, but a good guy. But I'm not. I slept with girls not even knowing their names, lied to them, and even slept with my junior prom date's mom. I'm not meant to be in a relationship. I want to be angry, but Lance already looks pitiful. He's on the verge of tears and his face is full of guilt. I sit down on his bed and face him. "Do you know why you're my Delta?" I ask him, and he sniffles before answering. "Because we're best friends," he answers, making me laugh. "No, Lance, it's because you're smart. In school, you would score the highest on all the tests. You're also a born leader. When you and Matt lead training, everyone looks to you for help. If Matt wasn't my beta, then you would be my next choice. That's why I don't understand why you don't want your mate." It's not that I don't want her, I don't deserve her. After Kayla caught me with that she-wolf, I chased after her. She called me a man whore and a disgrace. I made up the excuse I didn't want her to save myself from further heartbreak. "Why didn't you just apologize and try to fix things? The moon goddess gave her to you for a reason. She's your soulmate. You're torturing yourself and her for no reason." His eyes close, and he leans his head back against the wall. He takes a few even breaths before he looks at me again. "Like I said, I don't deserve her. I asked around about her. Kayla is one of the top warriors in her pack. She's courageous, kind, and loyal to a fault. I've already broken her trust once. If we mate, I'll just end up hurting her again." "You don't know that." Lance stands up with his hands on his hips. "I do. I've never been able to stay committed to one woman before. Her being my mate changes nothing," he says, and walks past us out of the room. "Follow him," I tell Matt, who nods and goes after our friend. My mind is still reeling over what just happened. Lance finally found his mate, but he thinks he doesn't deserve her. I can understand his situation somewhat. With my temper, I probably don't deserve Avery either. But unlike Lance, I'm not going to give up. Call me selfish, but I can't let her go. I lost her once, and I'm not willing to do it again. When the clock strikes midnight, I'm going to go back to her room to prove we're mates. I love Avery. She's the one for me.
Chapter 9 Avery.
He's gone, Kayla announces, walking into my room. I knew Kai would eventually come looking for me, but I didn't want to see him. That's why I told Kayla to handle it. She's way tougher than me. "What did he say?" I ask, rubbing the few stray tears from my face. My head is on B's lap as she comforts me. Kayla groans, looking down at the ground, and then back up at me. "He said he 𝐻𝐥d you because he thinks you're mates. He doesn't regret it at all." "Of course he doesn't," B adds. "I think he really cares about you, Avery. I'm pretty sure he's in love with you. You're a lucky wolf if he's your mate." She smiles and sits down beside me. Her attitude towards Kai is completely opposite to earlier, confusing me. The whole time we've been here, she's warned me against getting close to Kai again. I sit up, bending my knees to my chest and curling myself up in a ball. I know he cares, that's the problem. What if we're not mates and I'm setting myself up for heartbreak? Now that Kai is back in my life, I don't want to let him go.
"Well, you said you feel a pull towards him. Do you still feel it?" B asks, and I sigh.
Yes, it's so much stronger now. It's difficult since I can't communicate with Raven, unless in my wolf form. But I can still feel her emotions, my emotions. I'm so drawn to him it hurts. I say, starting to cry. Kayla hugs me from the side, laying her head on my shoulder. "Then stop fighting your feelings and embrace them. Go to him at midnight, and if you're not mates, then at least you will know. I have a feeling Kai won't let you go easily, though." "Fine, I'll go see him. I need a shower and nap first." My stomach growls and I chuckle. Maybe some food too. When I wake up a few hours later, I'm surprised by how long I slept. I missed dinner, and now it's almost midnight. I'll be turning 18 in a few moments, and I'll be able to sense my mate. I'm still in comfortable clothes, a shirt and sweatpants, but I don't have time to change if I want to see Kai right at midnight. I slip on my shoes and leave my room. The cabin is dark as I make my way through, and I see Kayla passed out on the living room couch before I leave. The fresh air is crisp, and I can smell the bonfire still going from down at the beach. Apparently, B was right about there being a party every night. I hope Kai isn't there and is waiting for me in his room. He gave Kayla a message for me to meet him, so I am. The walk up to his room goes quickly, and I find myself standing outside his door. In 30 seconds, it will be midnight, and I'll be able to tell if he's my mate. I'm nervous and can't stop fidgeting. I really want Kai to be my mate, and I'm going to be super disappointed if he's not. As the clock strikes midnight, my whole body feels electrified, as if I gained an enormous amount of energy in a short time. I almost want to shift and run it off when Kai's door opens. His alluring scent of caramel and cinnamon is even stronger. We make eye contact and Kai's eyes flash gold, and I can feel my wolf raven begging to be let out. She's practically screaming at me to let her take over. "Thank the moon goddess," Kai says before he grabs me by the neck, and his lips crash onto mine. Little electric sparks shoot down my body and straight to my core. He pulls me inside, kicking the door closed. Our hands are roaming all over each other. It's like we can't get undressed fast enough, but we don't want to tear away from each other to do it. I manage to break away from the kiss just for Kai to start trailing kisses along my neck. "Kai, please," I beg, not sure what I'm even begging for. "Don't worry, my little mate, I'm going to take care of you." He stops kissing me and throws his shirt off, then starts unbuckling his jeans. I quickly start undressing. When we're both naked, the same hunger is back from before. Kai growls before his lips crash onto mine again. The kiss is desperate and sloppy, but we both keep kissing the other like we'll die if we don't. My back hits the bed, and it still smells like the both of us. The thought that he's mine forever and our scents will always be mixed together turns me on more. Kai's hard member rubs against my wet folds, and I can't help but moan. "Fuck, I wanted to take this slow, but you're so fucking wet, Avery. I can't wait." He groans against my ear. "Just take me, Kai, please." He looks into my eyes and caresses my face. "I love you so much, Avery," he confesses, and I can feel through the bond it's true. I nod. "I never doubted that. I love you, Kai." Our lips connect in a deep, sensual kiss. His tongue dances with mine, and I moan into his mouth. He smiles against my lips when I feel his large member sliding into me. He tenses, and I whimper, trying to get used to the pain. "It's okay, baby, I'll go slow," he assures me as he slowly pulls out and enters me again. His thrusts are slow and steady, and the pain starts to subside, so now I'm a moaning, screaming mess underneath him. Suddenly, he growls and picks up speed. My nails dig into his shoulders as he pumps in and out of me. Kai starts kissing along my neck while one of his hands plays with my hardened nipple. "Ah, Kai," I scream, feeling an intense pressure building. His movements become frantic and he groans. "Fuck, Avery, you feel so good. I'm not going to last much longer." Kai leans forward, kissing me soft and gentle. I bite his lip and deepen the kiss. I don't want gentle right now. Luckily, he gets the hint. He pulls out and slams back into me. I'm definitely seeing stars now. His hard member seems to hit that perfect spot, and I feel myself clench around him. We're both a panting, moaning mess when he jerks inside me. "Avery," he grunts, leaning over me. I kiss along his shoulder. His face is in the crook of my neck as he lays on top of me, catching his breath. Sighing, he rolls over. He rubs his hands along his face and looks at me. "Fuck, darling, that was amazing. You're amazing." He smiles, making me blush. "Please, that was all you. You're amazing. Are you sure you were a virgin?" He scoffs. "Trust me, I had no idea what I was doing. Being with you just comes naturally. I told you we're mates." "Fine. Maybe you were right this one time." I roll my eyes at him.
I'm always right. Now let's go shower, mate. Then I'm going to give you the best orgasm you've ever had.
He stands up and grabs my hand, pulling me up also. He starts to drag me to his bathroom. "Promise." He winks at me. "Always, Avery."
Chapter 10 Kai.
When I wake up, I can't help but stare at Avery asleep next to me. I'm not surprised she's still asleep. We stayed up most of the night, tangled in each other's body. We both just couldn't keep our hands to ourselves. I'm so happy Avery is my mate. I always knew our bond was strong. Now I get to spend the rest of my life with my best friend. I won't have to challenge anyone for her, and our families are friends who already know each other, so there shouldn't be any drama. The only issue we have is I want to mark Avery. My wolf Titan was begging me to do it last night, but it was hard to ask her about it while our bodies were tangled together. I didn't want to do it without her consent, so I'll just have to ask her about it later. I brush a strand of her brown hair behind her ear, and her eyes slowly flutter open. Good afternoon, sleepyhead. Kai, what time is it? She says in her cute, sleepy voice. 12:30. I thought I would let you sleep in. She sits up abruptly. Noon. Why did you let me sleep so long? Because you were exhausted. Plus, I didn't feel like sharing you yet. I cup her face and start kizing her when she pushes me away, chuckling. No more Kai, I'm so sore. I doubt I'll be able to even walk today, she whines. I stand up and then scoop her into my arms. She doesn't even protest as I start carrying her towards the bathroom so we can shower. If you can't walk, I'll be around to carry you through the fire, darling. When we finally make it down to the cafeteria for a late lunch, our friends are already there. To my surprise, Lance is also present. He's sitting far away from Kayla, his mate, and I can see how tense he is from here, but still, he's here, so that's a start. We walk over to the table hand in hand, and B starts whistling. I knew it. You owe me $20, pay up. She gestures to Matt, who hands her some cash, which she tucks into her pocket. Really, you bet on us. I glare at my beta, who gulps nervously. I expected better from you, B. Avery scolds her friend as she sits down with me right beside her. B rolls her eyes. Please, we all know what you two were doing all night. The bet was to see if you would make it to lunch or not. I knew Avery would need food eventually and show up. I thought you two wouldn't show up until time to leave camp, Matt adds, making Avery blush. You guys are so embarrassing, we need new friends, Kai. I kiss the top of her head. Whatever you want, darling. I have no problem replacing my idiotic friends. Hey, you said I was smart, Lance shouts, making the whole table laugh. We spent the rest of lunch eating and getting to know each other more. B and Matt still haven't found their mates, and it seems Lance and Kayla are still keeping their situation a secret. The secret mates manage to make eye contact a few times and even speak to each other without arguing. Lance mind links me he's going to try and fix things, and for the sake of our friend group, I hope he does. Their relationship is another issue I have to talk to Avery about. I don't want her stressed out worrying about her friend. After lunch, we head outside to see what activities we'll have to do today. Luckily, we're all in groupa, so I get to spend the rest of the day with my mate. I'll have to thank the camp counselors later for that. The 6 of us spend the next few hours practicing our archery skills, going to a dumb yoga class that's supposed to help with relaxation, and then racing through the woods in our wolf form. We raced against about 100 different wolves, yet I still won. My wolf Titan is very fast. As we're about to leave and head to the cafeteria for dinner, I smell a familiar scent. A growl escapes my lips, and I tuck Avery further into my side, shielding her. She tenses for a moment, wondering what I'm doing when she sees what has me riled up. Scott walks up with a smug look on his face. I guess you found your mate after all, Kai. No thanks to you, I growl again. How was I supposed to know she was your mate? She wolves throw themselves at me constantly. He gloats. Liar, I would never. Avery starts to argue when I push her behind me and get into Scott's face. I'm getting really tired of the disrespect. Cousin or not, I won't hesitate to put you down. Avery is my mate and Luna. Only an idiot or someone jealous would disrespect her. I have nothing to be jealous about. I roll my eyes. Please, we both know you're just desperate and lonely. How many she-wolves do you have to fuck to make yourself feel better? He gets into my face and growls. How about we settle this alpha to alpha then? The boxing ring in 5 minutes, meet me there. He threatens and walks away. I close my eyes and start counting to 10, trying to calm myself before I shift. I want nothing more than to rip him in half. Titan is growling inside my head, telling me to punish him for his disrespect towards us and our mate. A gentle touch on my shoulder sends sparks all over my body. The anger I was feeling disappears. I open my eyes to see Avery's concerned green eyes staring back at me. Kai, are you okay? She asks, and I roll my shoulders back. Just peaky, darling. She cups my face and brushes her nose against mine. I'm not going to tell you to back out of the fight because I know you won't listen. My only request is you don't get hurt. This is why she is my mate. Nobody understands me better. I love you, I confess. I love you more than anything, Kai, she replies and places a sweet kiss on my lips. I grab her by the throat, deepening the kiss before I pull away. Then I turn my focus to Matt and Lance. Stay with the girls, Lance. Matt, follow me, I order. They obey and Matt follows after me as we head to the large boxing ring. Several wolves have surrounded it waiting to see who's going to fight next, but I keep my focus on the one inside. Scott is standing with his beta, a wolf named Alex. He's wrapping Scott's hand with tape as he gives him pointers on how to beat me. But his advice is pointless because Scott and I both know I'm a better fighter. I didn't get the nickname Killer Kai for being weak. I climb into the ring. Matt begins taping my hands. Scott is a snake, so be careful. He might fight dirty. My beta warns and I nod. It doesn't matter how he fights. I'm going to wipe the smug look off his face for good. I growl. I turn around ready to fight my opponent. I can feel my mate's eyes on me, but I don't turn to look at her. My focus is on Scott and Scott only. We stand a few meters apart and get into fighting stances, waiting for the bell to ring, signaling we can start. As soon as the bell rings, Scott swings at me. His punches are wild and erratic. There's no precision or timing to his madness. The idiot is letting his emotions overrule his need to win. I block each hit gracefully, waiting for the chance to hit him. Getting impatient, Scott goes in for a kick. I grab his foot before it makes contact and push him back. He growls and snaps at me. "What the fuck, Kai, you going to fight me or what?" he taunts me. Scott has seen me fight plenty of times. I usually strike first, going on the offense. But knowing his emotions were in control, I went on the defense, which confused him. I shrug. "What do you mean? I am fighting you." "No, you're not." He swings at me and misses. Seeing an opening, I punch Scott in the face, then the stomach. He stumbles a few steps back before regaining his balance. There he is, Killer Kai. Glad to see the monster finally came out to play. "Does Avery know what type of man you are?" Scott mimics, knowing it will get a rise out of me. Growling, I go to punch him, but miss. Scott dodges my hit, then hits my ribs before we begin circling each other again. We're both sizing each other up when Scott lunges for me. I duck and sweep my leg out, knocking him down. Angry and ready to end this, I climb on top of him and start punching him repeatedly. Scott tries to dodge my hits, but it doesn't work. I deliver blow after blow to his face and chest. I even punched his throat once for fun. The bell rings, signaling the fight is over, but I just keep hitting him. "Say another word about Avery, and I'll kill you next time." I threaten and keep punching him. He's not even fighting back anymore, which frustrates me more. "Kai, stop!" Someone shouts and arms wrap around me and pull me off a barely conscious Scott. "He's done, you won," Matt announces. I shove Matt away and close my eyes. I start counting to 10, trying to calm myself down. I look over at Scott, who is still lying down, clutching his side in pain. I'm pretty sure I cracked a rib good. Scoffing, I climb out of the ring. Matt follows behind me. I unwrap my hands and throw the tape down. I'm engulfed in a hug and Avery's wonderful scent surrounds me. "I'm so happy you're okay," she sighs in relief. I'm confused. "So you're not scared of me or think I'm dangerous?" "I just beat my cousin to a pulp. I thought she would be running in the opposite direction of me." She cups my face. "Why would I be afraid of you? He challenged you and lost. I think you're an amazing fighter. Raven and I were very impressed with you and Titan," she says, and my wolf stands proud inside my head at her words. I can't help but smile. "Fuck, you're so perfect, Aves." I crash my lips onto hers. She smiles too before she begins to kiss me back with just as much passion and love. I pull her closer to me and deepen the kiss even more. "Can you two stop sucking face so we can go get dinner now?" B whines beside us, making me chuckle and pull away from my mate. "Fine dinner, then I need a shower." Lance grabs my arm, lifting it and sniffing it. "I would say so, Alpha." He teases and I push him away. Then we're all heading to the party. "We need to celebrate you kicking Scott's ass." Matt cheers. I really don't want to celebrate. I would rather shower than spend the rest of the evening with Avery in my bed. I grab her hand and kiss it. "Only if Avery wants to will I come party with you guys." We all turn our attention to Avery, who can't stop grinning. "Well, party it is then," she screams, making our friends cheer and applaud. "What about our alone time?" I whisper to her. "We have the rest of our lives for that." Let's go enjoy time with our friends. Then, after the party, I'm all yours. I smirk. Promise. She smiles softly at me. I promise we have forever together, she says, and I hope she's right.
Chapter 11 Avery.
After changing clothes many times, I finally settled on an outfit, a light pink dress that sticks to my body like glue. It's tight and slightly uncomfortable, but it's SXY, and that's my goal for tonight, looking drop-dead gorgeous for my mate. I twirl around, getting my friend's attention. So how do I look? B's jaw drops. Wow, Kai is going to faint when he sees you. She squeals, making me grin even wider. And what do you think, Kayla? I ask my clearly irritated friend, who's trying her hardest not to smile. She sighs. Fine, you look amazing. She agrees, rolling her eyes in the process. Thank you. I think you look fabulous. I compliment her. For once, Kayla isn't in jeans, but a black mini skirt and black crop top. B and I tried to get her into a bright dress, but Kayla only gave in so far. Kayla stands up, folding her arms across her chest. I'm not sure why I had to dress up. As soon as you see your lover boy, we're going to be practically invisible. I pout. Please, Kayla, you know you're my number one. I tease her, earning a punch to my shoulder.
Let's just go before I change my mind. She groans.
Yes, let's go. This is my last chance to find my mate. B says, and we all grab our stuff ready to leave. The walk to the beach is shorter than last time. Or maybe I'm just walking faster because I'm excited about what's waiting for me on the other end. As soon as he appears, he quickly turns around, smiling at me. A blush creeps up on my cheeks as Kai approaches me, grabbing my hand.
Avery, you look amazing. Fuck, I can't wait to rip that dress off you.
He growls and I blush again. Kai, you're so naughty. Only for you, darling. Now let's go hang out with our friends so we can hurry and get back to my room, he says, dragging me towards our group. Thanks to Matt, I'm drunk. He had poured us all shots of tequila, and I only had 10 before my eyes turned glossy, and I was stumbling over my words. Kai then cut me off, and we've been dancing on and off since. He's had twice as many drinks as me, but is only buzzed. It's completely unfair how his alpha blood makes him stronger and better than everyone else. I don't think it makes me better than everyone else, Kai replies, shocking me. Did I say that out loud? He nods. Yes. Is that what you really think of me, Avery? Am I that conceited to you? He whispers, sounding hurt, which makes me feel like the worst person ever. I shake my head. No, you're probably one of the most selfless people I know. I'm not sure why I said that. Maybe I'm just jealous. Kai cups my chin, and his golden brown eyes seem to bore right into my soul. Tell me, little mate, what's bothering you so much? I sigh and keep swaying to the music I'm not even listening to. It's just you've always been so perfect to me, Kai. You're intelligent, a great friend, and so handsome. You're strong and a great leader. How am I supposed to measure up to you? Listen to me, Avery, and listen to me good. You are all of these things and more. Kayla told me about how you gave away your spa tickets to some girls in your class. You're thoughtful, brilliant, and so supportive. You were always there for me when my parents were too busy. I'm only a great man because I had you to guide me. But I left. He cups my chin again and plants a soft kiss on my lips. But you created the foundation which helped build me into who I am today. I'm not perfect, Avery. I still have trouble controlling my temper and jealousy issues. But I'm working on that, and it's all because of you, my wonderful mate. I love you so much. I love you, Kai, I whisper and crash my lips onto his. His hand runs through my hair and down my back, pulling me closer to him. He deepens the kiss, and I'm on into his mouth.
Avery, darling,
he whispers, and I can feel how hard he is against me. I know he can smell my arousal because he growls and pulls me even closer if possible. Someone stop them, please. Kayla screams, and her frantic voice has me pulling away from Kai. I turn my head in the direction of her voice to see Kayla yelling at someone else. Two guys are fighting, and there's a crowd circling them. Fuck, that's Lance. Kai growls and heads toward the two fighting wolves. They've both shifted now and are snapping at each other, ready to pounce. I follow behind Kai but stop. Kayla engulfs me in a hug, crying. He got so jealous. We were just dancing, that's it. She cries, and I'm so confused. Kayla, what's going on? Why is Lance fighting some wolf? I ask as I pull away from her to look at my mate. Kai is between the two wolves trying to calm Lance down. She starts crying more and B walks up to join us. Kayla looks at both of us. I've been lying to you guys. I found my mate our first night here. Who? I interrupt her, and she points at the two fighting wolves. Lance is your mate? I ask for clarification because this is unbelievable. Yes, he is, she answers, wiping her tears. Why didn't you tell us? B asks her, engulfing her in a hug. I'm sorry, so sorry. Kayla starts crying more, but I'm shocked and irritated by her confession. Kayla, what the fuck? You gave me grief about Kai being my mate when you've known who your mate was the whole time. Why would you lie about something like that? She shakes her head. It's complicated, Avery. I don't want to hear it, I snap at her. B and I are always honest with you, yet you keep something this important from us, I say, and B looks unsure, but I continue. You tried to keep me from my mate when you could have been with yours all along. Avery, please, she begs, and I scoff. No, I trusted you. Now I'm not sure I can believe anything you say. I storm off, ignoring my friend's calls. I head to Kai's room, knowing he will look for me there. I can't go back to my room right now. If I see Kayla, I'll probably snap and say something I'll regret. In Kai's bedroom, I begin pacing back and forth. I almost regret yelling at Kayla, but what did she expect? I almost missed my opportunity to be with Kai because she kept trying to convince me he wasn't my mate. Then it turns out she knew who her mate was the whole time. Why didn't she tell me? Does she not trust me? Am I the bad friend here because I've been too busy focusing on my own problems? Maybe I should have listened to her before I left. The enticing smell of cinnamon and apples stops me in my tracks. I hear the front door open, and a second later Kai enters his bedroom. He has blood on his shirt, but no visible wounds. Kai. I rush up, throwing my arms around his neck. Are you okay? I'm okay, it's not my blood, he answers and caresses my face. Are you okay, little mate? B said you ran off. Sighing, I pull away and sit on his bed. Kai joins me, interlocking our hands. It's Kayla. We kind of fought. I might have handled finding out Lance is her mate badly. I'm going to apologize tomorrow. He nods. Yeah, I didn't take it very well either when she told me. What? I ask, confused. You knew and didn't tell me? I stand up, and so does Kai. Kayla told me in confidence. I was going to tell you about it yesterday, but then you showed up, and we had sex then today. We were busy. Wow, Kai, you're something else. I'm leaving. I start to walk away when he steps in front of me, blocking me from leaving.
Avery, stop. I don't want to fight with you.
I wasn't trying to keep it a secret from you. I wanted to tell you about it in private. Their situation is complicated, and I didn't want to air out their business. He grabs my hand, kissing my knuckles, and I try to stay mad, but it's hard when he's being affectionate. Please forgive me, darling. I would never intentionally hurt you. Fine, but I still don't understand why she didn't tell me. He sighs. Probably because she was embarrassed, Avery. Kayla had caught Lance with another she-wolf when she realized they were mates, so she ran off. He chased after her, but then he practically rejected her. She's probably sad and still processing. I feel like the worst friend ever. I'm terrible. I need to apologize to her. Kai turns his head, and I can see he's mind-linking someone. He turns to me and smiles. Kayla and Lance are together. Your apology will have to wait for another time. But no buts unless it's yours in the air, while I pound into that sweet cunt. He chuckles, grabbing me,
and throwing me over his shoulder. Kai, where are you taking me? I laugh as he tosses me on the bed. Heaven, baby, get undressed. He winks. Kai crawls over me, 𝐻𝐿𝒐𝒏 along my body until he meets my lips and stops. He runs the pad of his thumb along my face. I want to make love to you, but I also want to fuck you so roughly you can't walk straight, he whispers, and I'm even wetter if possible. Why can't you do both? I wink, and he growls and throws his shirt over his head. Kai starts 𝐻𝐿𝒐𝒏 along the crook of my neck, and I can't help but grind against him. He licks along my neck, and then starts placing soft 𝐻𝐿𝒐𝒏s before he says, "Can I mark you, Avery? I want to show everyone you're mine." My whole body freezes at his question. Mark me? Kai, if you mark me, then I'll be in heat a few days later. He chuckles and keeps 𝐻𝐿𝒐𝒏 along my neck, and then up to my jaw. What's wrong with that? I don't care when we start a family as long as it's with you. I push him off me and sit up. Kai looks confused as I place a strand of my brown hair behind my ear. Kai, I'm not ready for kids. I still have to graduate high school. I have a few more weeks of school left. Can't you finish online? You don't really need a high school certificate anyway. We have a pack to run, and I have meetings lined up already. Plus getting your Luna ceremony set up. I stand up because apparently Kai does not understand what I'm saying. Online school? A Luna ceremony? I'm not doing that. I had a plan, and that was graduating high school and then going to college somewhere. He stands up also. And plans change, Avery. We're mates. You should already be marked and ready to lead by my side with me. You expect me to just go home without you. Your pack is not my home yet. I need time, Kai. I need to finish school and say bye to my parents, and maybe pack my clothes so I'm not fucking naked. He growls, then runs his hand through his black hair, frustrated. I thought you wanted to be with me. He frowns, and the wave of sadness I feel from him almost knocks me off my feet. I place my hand on his shoulder, but he shrugs it off. I'm sorry, Kai. I thought you knew I wouldn't be going back with you, but I realize we never discussed it. It's not that I don't want to go with you, You can't. You have other priorities. I nod. Yes, but that doesn't mean I do.
I'm getting tired. I'm going to go to sleep. I have a long plane ride home tomorrow,
he says and walks away, not letting me get another word in. A tear slips down my face, but I quickly wipe it away. I hadn't even thought about what would happen when we leave camp in the morning. Kai and I have been apart for so long, and now after finally finding each other, I'm leaving him again, but this time it's my choice. I just really hope it is the right one.
Chapter 12, Kai.
It's the day we leave camp, and I'm completely miserable. My body has just been working on autopilot, walking, eating, and talking because I can't comprehend what's happening. Avery's not coming back with me. My mate left me. I'm not sure when I'll see her again. Last night in bed, I didn't touch her. There was no sex, cuddling, or even telling each other goodnight. She just showered and then slipped into bed facing away from me. We were both too upset and angry to speak to the other. Now she's gone, and I'm headed home. My family's private jet is flying through the air, while my mate is flying in the opposite direction. My wolf Titan has completely blocked me. He's so distraught and angry, I didn't fight for her harder to come with us. He's not talking to me either, I'm alone. When the plane finally lands, I realize I just spent the last few hours staring out of the window. I didn't speak or go to the restroom, and I'm not even sure if I was even breathing. My mind just kept racing over the last 3 days with my mate and how I wish I could restart them and do it all over again. Maybe if I told her I loved her more, then she would be here. Kai, the car's here. Are you okay? Matt asks, and I nod. I'm fine, I answer. It's the same line I've been repeating since Avery hugged me and got into her cab. I figure if I say it enough, then maybe it'll be true. Well, we shouldn't keep your dad waiting. Matt continues, and the fog that was surrounding my brain evaporates. What? My dad's here? Why didn't anyone tell me? I growl in frustration and stand up. Matt throws up his hands to surrender as I get in his face. Kai, you've been completely out of it since Avery left. We tried to talk to you the whole plane ride, but it's like you weren't even here. I'm fine, I lie again. Matt shakes his head. You're not, but I suggest you pretend you are. If your dad smells even a hint of weakness then. Yeah, I know how he is. I grew up with the dictator Matt. Let's just get this over with. I interrupt him and make my way off of the jet. As I walk down the stairs, I see my dad's town car on the tarmac. His driver, an elderly wolf named Leo, stands next to the door. He greets me by calling me young Alpha when I approach and then opens the door for me. Finally, I thought you broke your legs. You were so slow getting off the jet. My dad complains as I sit next to him. His black pompadour hair is styled perfectly, and he has a few more wrinkles than when I saw him days ago. So why did you pick me up? You normally don't play taxi driver, I ask, and he groans. Well, Kai, if you checked your messages, then you would know why. We have a few meetings we have to attend, so I brought a suit for you to change into. The meetings passed by in a blur, and now we're finally on our way home. I still can't seem to focus on anything. Dad talks away on his phone to someone while I just stare out of the window. Like always, my thoughts go back to Avery. When I woke up this morning, she was gone. She had left a note with her phone number saying she had gone back to her room to pack. I didn't hear from her again until she texted me saying her cab would be there soon. I wasn't going to say goodbye to her. I was still upset, and my wolf retreating to the back of my mind didn't help. Matt was the one to convince me to say bye to her. He told me I would regret it, and it might help my wolf to see her. He was right, because seeing her one last time made it real. Titan seeing his mate climb into a taxi and drive away from us only hurt him further. He whined and cried for his mate, just adding more to my already pained heart. I understand her reasons for leaving, but I'm so selfish because I just want her with me. There was no kiss goodbye and no promises to see each other soon. Just a lingering hug that felt like it lasted forever, but really was only a few seconds. My shirt still smells like her, and I wish I was still wearing it instead of this stupid suit. When the car stops outside the pack house, I'm the first one out. I head inside and up the stairs to the 5th floor where my office is. I slam the door closed and immediately go over to my desk and flip it over. I grab my chair and throw it too. Fuck, I shout as I break as many things as possible. After my office looks like a tornado hit it, I stare at the multiple holes in the wall I just punched. I didn't think leaving her would be this hard. We're mates, we're supposed to be together. The first few weeks of finding your mate are supposed to be a happy time. We should be together right now, not thousands of miles apart. My office door opens, but I don't even turn around to see who it is. They place their hand on my shoulder, and I take a few deep breaths, trying not to cry. I'm a strong alpha wolf. I shouldn't be acting like this. I need to pull myself together. I'm just so angry and hurt. I push whoever it is away. I'm fine. I lie for the last time. No, you're not Kai. You miss your mate. Everyone within a 100-mile radius can feel how upset you are. You need to pull it together. The pack needs you. Why don't you just call Avery? Talking to her will at least make the distance less miserable. My head snaps in his direction. The anger that was always pent up before is back and stronger than ever. No, she made her choice, and that wasn't me. If she wants to talk to me, then she can call. Matt shrugs and points at the floor. Well, looks like she's calling you now. Are you going to answer? I stare at my phone, watching it ring. Titan starts bouncing in my head, eager to hear his mate's voice. I grab my phone and hit the answer button. I don't say anything, just wait for her to respond. Kai, are you there? It's Avery, she whispers, and I sigh in relief hearing her voice, and she continues. I'm so sorry for how I acted. I feel terrible. I was so selfish. I'm sorry too. Slips from my lips before I can catch myself. I really miss you. I didn't think you would answer my call. She rambles, and I can't help but smile at her concern. I know I have no right to ask considering how I treated you, but I wanted to know if you would come to my graduation. My parents have a dinner planned after, and we could tell them about us, and then I'll be there. I interrupt her, and she sounds surprised. Really, you will? Yes, I promise. I'll be there front row cheering you on, little mate. She starts crying on the phone, and I can hear her sniffling, trying to stop. I don't deserve you, Kai. You're the best. I love you so much. I love you, Avery. I'll see you at your graduation. I don't care what future plans I have. Avery is my mate, and I want to support her. And after her graduation, I'm going to drag her back to my pack where she belongs. Nobody will stop me from taking what's mine.
Chapter 13 Avery.
Today is my high school graduation. The last 4 years have led up to this moment. I can't help but be excited. Not because I'm done with high school, but because after 2 long weeks, I'll get to see my mate, Kai. The last 2 weeks apart have been filled with endless phone calls and messages. We video chat every night before bed, and even had phone sex a few times. I can't wait to see him. My parents still don't know that I found my mate. I've been keeping it a secret. My dad will freak out if he hears I found my mate. I figure if he sees Kai and how much he cares about me, then he will accept it without a fight. My dad always loved Kai when we were kids. He treated him like the son he never had. We had family dinners together and even went on family vacations together before we moved. The only problem is he's an alpha, which means I'll be moving away. Still, I hope dinner tonight will go perfectly. My phone rings our favorite song, telling me it's Kai calling. I hurry and answer, eager to hear his voice. Soon it will be in person and not over the phone. Kai, I squeal excitedly into the phone.
Avery, my little mate.
I can't wait to see you, he says, and I can hear his smile through the phone. I can't wait to see you. Did you leave yet? He sighs. About to leave now, darling. You know my friends are super slow. Lance changed his clothes more than me. I can't help but laugh. And how many times did you change trying to impress me? Like 7 times, he answers, and I laugh. Kai, you know you don't have to dress up for me. I'll love whatever you're wearing. Heck, I'll be even more excited if you come naked. He laughs. You're a tease, Avery. I'll see you soon. I love you, my little mate. I love you, my big alpha. I tease him more and hang up. I shove my cell phone into my purse and stand up. Today is going to be perfect, I know it. Today has not gone well at all. My brown hair is all frizzy. The black dress I'm wearing under my gown has a stain from champagne spilling on it. And the worst part is the ceremony is almost over and Kai isn't here yet. I start to bite on my freshly manicured nails when B's hand swats mine away. Stop it. You're making me nervous now, she complains. I can't help it. Where is he? He should have been here by now. Maybe he got stuck in traffic. B shrugs. Traffic? In the air? That makes no sense. I growl, frustrated, into my hands. Kayla, have you heard from Lance? I whisper to her, and she shakes her head. Sorry. I called him a few times, but he never picked up. I have no idea where they are. She answers, and I swallow hard, trying to keep my tears at bay. Kai hasn't answered my calls or messages, either, like he's ignoring me. Do you guys think he's still mad at me? Maybe he didn't want to come, and this is some sort of punishment? Kai wouldn't do that. You've spoken several times since then, and he told you all was forgiven. B tries to assure me, but it doesn't work. He loves you. He will be here. Kayla smiles at me, and I just nod in return, hoping she's right.
I was a fool to think being separated from my mate for 2 weeks would be fine. As soon as I got into the airport to head home, I called Kai and I apologized. I missed him so much, and it had only been a few hours. The mate bond was practically screaming at me to turn around and head to Blackwater Pack where Kai was.
My heart yearns for him constantly. The principal finally calls my name, pulling me from my thoughts, and I stand up and drag myself towards the stage. As Principal Huggins grabs my hand and shakes it, I fake a smile and look towards the crowd. There are many cheers and clapping, but when I look at the audience and see 3 empty seats besides my parents, I want to cry. The one person I thought would always support me isn't here. I hurry off the stage and to my seat to listen to the rest of the names being called. The rest of the ceremony passes in a blur while I keep questioning what went wrong. I thought Kai had forgiven me for not going back with him. I apologized a million times, and he assured me he was over it and wanted nothing but my happiness. But I'm not happy. I'm holding back tears as I walk toward my smiling parents. My dad is in a new blue suit, and my mom is wearing a white dress covered in jewels. They're so happy to see me, yet I couldn't care less about their presence, because it's not his. Sweetheart, I'm so proud of you. First high school, then college. Next, you'll be making partner at my law firm. Dad says, hugging me. My mom approaches me next with her arms stretched out. Congratulations, sweetie. If only you applied yourself more, then you could have been valedictorian, she says in her usual condescending tone. I'm sorry, Mom. Dad scoffs. No need for any bickering today. It's a wonderful day seeing my favorite daughter graduate. I roll my eyes at Dad's overcompensating for Mom's rudeness towards me. I'm your only daughter, Dad. Should we go to dinner now? We have reservations. Mom interrupts. Let's go. Dad agrees, and after a few pictures with friends and teachers, we head to dinner. I can't think of a more awkward dinner than the one I'm at now. Dad won't stop talking about college and all the things I should try. My mom just keeps interrupting him with her own frivolous ideas while I just silently nod and agree. Dinner wasn't supposed to be like this. This was supposed to be a happy time, not spent with my parents bickering over my future. They try so hard to control. Kai was supposed to be here. I was going to introduce him as my mate and let my parents know I was moving out sooner than expected. Now I'm not sure what I'm doing.
Avery, are you crying?
My dad asks, concerned, and I wipe the stray tears that I didn't know had fallen.
I'm fine.
I lie and fake a smile. Dad narrows his eyes suspiciously. No, something is wrong. Is it college? I know Vermont law is full of humans, but I went there and it's very nice. I sniffle, trying not to cry more. It's not about college, Dad. I'm just sad. My mate, he. You don't need a mate, Avery. How many times do I have to tell you a mate will do nothing but distract you from your studies? He sucks in a sharp breath and continues. You're too precious for some alpha to ruin. He rambles, and I can't help but ponder over his choice of words. I never said my mate was an alpha, Dad. He takes a drink of his water before nervously meeting my eye. Did I say alpha? I meant wolf. We have no way of knowing who or what your mate is. It could be a beta or a warrior, maybe. He shrugs, but I'm still suspicious. I glance at my mom, who's sipping her wine quietly. Normally, she has a lot to say, so her silence is odd. Mom, do you think my mate is an alpha? I ask, and she stiffens up. What? Oh, don't be silly, sweetie. Your mate could be anyone. Your dad just had too much to drink, right, honey? She asks him, and Dad nervously fidgets with his tie before he stands up. I'm going to the restroom, I'll be back. He fakes a smile and leaves me to deal with my awkward mom, who keeps avoiding eye contact with me. Why are they acting so strange? Do they know about Kai? No, that makes no sense. I didn't even know we were mates until we saw each other at camp. My parents haven't seen or heard from Kai and his family since we moved when I was 10, right? My dad finally reappears, except now he has a slice of chocolate cake with him. He sits it in front of me before sitting. For the graduate, enjoy. He smiles and I take a bite. I frown. It tastes weird. They just used a new frosting. Make sure you eat it all, he adds, and I hesitantly take another bite. It would be rude of me to waste it. The whole drive home from the restaurant my stomach aches. Raven is whining in my head, but since I can't shift in the car, I have no idea what she's trying to tell me. She's very anxious and upset though. Dad, I don't feel so good, and Raven is trying to get my attention. I whine and lie down in the back seat. I'm starting to feel dizzy now. Don't worry, sweetheart, we'll be home soon, he says right before my eyes flutter closed and I succumb to the darkness. When I wake up, it's cold and damp. I sit up and see I'm on the basement floor. There's a chain strapped to my ankle. I pull on it, but it burns my hand. Wolfsbane poisoning. My heart strikes with fear. Who would do this? The last thing I remember, I was in the car headed home. I start to panic more. Were we attacked? Are my parents okay? Dad, Mom, help! I scream over and over. The basement door quickly opens and heavy footsteps come down the stairs. I stand up hoping it's not an intruder when my dad's frowning face walks around the corner. I sigh in relief. Thank the moon goddess you're okay, Dad. What's going on? Why am I chained up? He steps further into the room, but not close enough for me to reach him. I'm sorry, Avery, but this is for the best. You have your wolf now, so it's going to be more difficult than the last time. I'm so confused. Last time? What are you talking about, Dad? Take off this chain now. I don't understand. I start to cry. He sighs. This wasn't supposed to happen. 𝒊𝒐𝒃𝒐𝒐 assured me he would be taking a choice mate. You weren't supposed to see each other again. He shakes his head. But you disobeyed me and went to that stupid camp. Now I have to punish you, he says and starts walking away, leaving me alone. Dad, no, come back. What's going on? I don't understand. Is Kai okay? Where is he? I frantically scream. My dad turns to face me as he approaches the steps leading out of the basement. Kai is being taken care of. When it's done, I'll let you go. Until then, try to rest. The wolfsbane will wear off in a few hours, he says and walks the rest of the way up the stairs. A sharp pain hits my chest, and I fall to my knees. The pain is over quickly, but something is wrong. I can feel it. Kai, I whisper before my eyes flutter closed for the second time today.
Chapter 14, Kai.
I love you, my big alpha. Avery teases me and hangs up. I can't help but smile as I slide my phone into my pocket. Avery's graduation is in a few hours, so we really need to get going. Matt and Lance are coming with me to support their Luna. Well, Lance is mostly going to see his mate Kayla, but still, Avery is excited for us to come and I'm excited to see my mate. The last 2 weeks have been torture without her. I want mate. My wolf Titan agrees with me. Me too, buddy. We can finally mark her so nobody doubts who she belongs to. Titan jumps around in my head, excited to see his mate Raven. When we raced in our wolf form back at camp, I had to stop Titan from trying to mount the adorable little wolf in front of everyone. My wolf Titan is a pure black color, while Raven is a chocolate brown color like Avery's hair. She's smaller than other wolves but super fast. She placed in the top 10 along with other alphas and betas. Titan and I were very impressed with our fun-sized mate. Just thinking about Avery has me ready to jump on the plane and get to her as soon as possible. I mind link my friends who are always running late. Where are you two? I ask frustrated. I just finished packing, I'm ready to go. Matt answers me and I wait for Lance to reply. Lance, you better not be doing what I think you're doing. I threaten through the mind link. If he's cheating on his mate, I'll kill him this time. After a brief silence, he answers. I'm at my parents' house, headed back now. I'm confused. Why are you at your parents'? They live 2 hours away. He sighs. I had to get something. An engagement ring.
What?
Matt practically screams through our link. I'm just as shocked. Are you serious? An engagement ring? Yes. I want Kayla to know I'm serious about being mates. We won't be mating and marking anytime soon. So it's more like a promise ring. It was my grandmother's. He says, and I have so many things I want to say to him, but my office door opens and my dad walks in. Just meet us at the airport, Lance. I cut off the mind link and focus on the angry alpha in front of me. Dad is dressed in black slacks and his white button-up is undone, showing off his still-toned chest. He's still in great shape for a 40-year-old alpha. Why is my jet preparing to fly to Vermont? He asks, and I realize we've both been so busy the last few weeks I never told him about Avery. I shrugged. I'm going to see Avery. It's her graduation. His eyes flash, telling me his wolf is present, and he's practically shaking in anger. What? He shouts. We're mates. I thought you would be happy. She's from our pack, and her parents are your friends. Not to mention she's beautiful, smart, and... I don't even finish my sentence before my dad has me pinned against the wall with his hand wrapped around my throat. I'm shocked by his anger and violence toward me. He's never put his hands on me before. He's a strict, tough alpha, but not abusive. How did you find her? I sent her packing across the country to keep you two apart. He growls in my face, and I struggle to breathe. The mating sea camp. That stupid camp. She wasn't supposed to go. He shakes his head frustrated. She cannot be your mate. I growl right back at him. Avery is mine. Try to keep us apart, and I'll kill you. He laughs. I separated you before, I'll do it again. That little halfling isn't fit to be a Luna. She can't even talk to her wolf unless she shifts. James is a disgrace for having a child with a human. Patricia should have rejected him. My mind goes completely haywire with my dad's confession. Avery's mom is a human. Patricia isn't her real mom. Raven can only talk to her when she shifts because Avery is more human than a wolf. I'm shocked, but she's my mate. I would accept her if she was completely human. I don't care what she is. I love her. I snarl at my dad, who looks at me with disgust. What the hell is going on here? Matt's shocked voice echoes throughout the room, making my dad drop me. He faces Matt with his hands on his waist. We were just talking now. Be a good little beta and take off. I need to talk to my son. He waves him off, but Matt stands firmly in his spot. No, not until I know Kai is okay. Why were you strangling him and disrespecting my Luna, Avery? He asks, and my dad sighs frustrated. My dad then looks over his shoulder at me. This is your fault, he says before he pulls a gun out and shoots Matt in the chest. I hadn't even noticed the gun on his waistband. Matt's body collapses and blood spills all over the floor. Dad quickly turns to me, pointing the gun at my face. See what you did. Now you need a new beta. I'll have to find you a better one right after your Luna gets here. A tear falls from my face and Titan howls in my head at seeing Matt bleed out on the floor. I can't hear a heartbeat, so I know he's gone. I wipe my face, shaking in anger. You killed him. He was my best friend, you bastard. He was a nosy fuker. He should haven't asked questions. Now come with me before I shoot you too. No, you're a monster. He has a mate somewhere, a family. He scoffs. His mate will be better off just like you will. I'm doing this for your own good, so come on. He grabs my arm and I try to yank away, but he presses the gun into my ribs. I really want to shift and kill him, but Titan tells me to wait until the right moment. Dad has us at an advantage, and we don't want to get hurt. Avery and Raven need us. We don't want them hurt next. We leave the office in a hurry, and Dad walks me down the hall. None of the wolves we pass realize anything is wrong. My dad threatens me not to mind link anyone, or he will kill them too. I do as he says, but as soon as I can, I'm killing him and mind linking Lance. When we reach the cells, my dad opens one up. Before he pushes me in, he speaks. I'm sorry it had to be this way, son, but I can't let a halfling run my pack. I've worked too hard to make sure this is one of the strongest packs. You need a strong Luna, the best. Just like your mother. You understand, right? He looks completely deranged. I don't even recognize my own father. I shake my head. No, Dad, I don't understand. I answer as I quickly start to mind link Lance. Protect Avery, I can. I told you not to mind link anyone. He shouts and the gun goes off. Pain radiates throughout my body, and I hear my dad calling for someone named Agnes. My vision is blurry as I collapse onto the cement floor. Titan struggles to heal me because the bullet was coated in wolfsbane, a poison for werewolves. White smoke fills the room, and my dad hovers above me with an elderly lady with long white hair. She starts chanting some weird language, and my body starts to shake, and a white foam-like substance fills my mouth and begins leaking out. Don't worry, son, when this is over, all will be taken care of. You'll see. Everything will be okay, Dad whispers to me as I start to lose consciousness, but I don't believe him. Nothing is okay. I really hope Lance got my message because I don't think I'm going to survive this. I'm sorry, Avery.
Chapter 15 Avery.
Avery, wake up. My eyes slowly flutter open. My head is throbbing as I sit up. I'm not in the basement anymore, but on my bed. Was it all a dream? I glance down at my ankle and see a bruise still on my ankle from the chain earlier. Avery, what happened? I found you chained up in the basement. B and I couldn't get a hold of you, so we rushed over. Kayla asks with a worried expression. My dad, where is he? I stand up, but I'm still dizzy, so Kayla grabs a hold of me. Are you saying your dad did this to you? Has he gone crazy? A tear rolls down my cheek, and I wipe it away. He's insane, Kayla. I'm pretty sure he poisoned me at dinner. I woke up in the basement, and he was yelling at me. He knew about oh my goodness Kai. Something is wrong, we have to find him.
That's going to be a problem, Lance answers, walking into my bedroom. B is right behind him. What's going on? Where's Kai? I start to cry more and Kayla engulfs me in a hug so I can cry onto her chest. When I showed up at the airport, Kai and Matt weren't there. I tried to mind link them, but they must have me blocked. I called both their phones and got no answer either. I'm worried because before I lost contact, Kai told me to protect you, so I took the next flight over. Lance answers, worrying me more. I felt a sharp pain earlier. I think it was Kai. We need to find him. My dad knew we were mates. I think he moved us here on purpose to keep us apart. I need to warn Kai. He could be in danger before it's too late. Avery, he might already be. B starts, but I cut her off. He's not dead. I would feel it. Something is wrong, but he's alive. We need to go now. Kayla nods. You're right. I'll book us a flight, and we can head over to the airport right away. We don't want to be here when your dad returns. Kai told me to protect you, Avery. He wouldn't want you risking your life for him. Lance argues with me, and I growl at him. He's my mate. If he's hurt, then I need to be there. Kai spent our childhood protecting me. Now it's time for me to return the favor. Lance sighs. Fine, but if things get too dangerous, then you leave and don't look back. I make no promises. Lance shakes his head, smiling. Kai is going to have his hands full with you, but I can't think of a better Luna to follow. Book the flights, Kayla. We're going to save our Alpha and Beta. Kayla books the flight, then Lance goes outside to keep watch. As soon as my bedroom door closes, I fall to my knees. This can't be happening. This is all my fault. If I had left camp with Kai, then we would already be together. I would have missed my graduation, but at least I would know Kai is safe. My dad wouldn't have locked me away in our basement. B squeezes my shoulder. It's going to be okay. We're going to find Kai, and then we will bring charges against your dad. He won't get away with this, she says, and I really hope she's right. The whole flight over I can't stop thinking about Kai. I hate I can't communicate with Raven right now. I can feel her anxiousness and frustration over the situation. As soon as I can, I'm going to shift and ask her if she can feel Titan, Kai's wolf. Even though we haven't completed the mating bond, she should be able to sense him if he's close. My mind goes back to the first time I met Kai. I was 4 and my dad had dropped me off at the daycare on Packlands. It was his first time leaving me alone, and I was super nervous. Mom was busy and refused to watch me, and Dad had just started his law firm. I was dressed in pink coveralls with matching ribbons in my hair. All the other wolves were playing, but I was sitting at a brightly colored table wishing I had a friend. That's when a boy with curly black hair walked in with his mom. She kissed him goodbye, and he ran and excited to play. He was almost to his friends when he stopped and stared at me. I was frozen, wondering why this kid was staring at me and if he was friendly or not. His golden brown eyes seemed to stare right into my soul already. I still remember the first thing he said to me. "You smell funny. Want to be friends?" he giggled. Scared and baffled at his reaction, I tore my gaze away and stared down at my lap. "You want to be my friend?" He nodded. "Oh, let's play." He grabbed my hand and dragged me over to some blocks where he showed me how to build a castle. He said one day he would be a prince and save his princess from the evil dragon. But how wrong he was.
Avery, we're here.
Kayla grabs my hand, getting my attention.
Good, let's go.
We take a taxi to the main border. It's just Lance, Kayla, and me. B stayed behind to keep an eye on my dad. She also has my cell phone, so if my dad tracks my location, he will think I'm still in town. The 3 of us exit the taxi and walk towards the border. It's the main gate, so there are 5 wolves blocking the entrance. I can feel how tense and uneasy they are. Something's not right, I whisper to Kayla and Lance. Lance agrees.
We normally only have 2 guards at the entrance, and they aren't normally packing guns. He points at the large rifles in their hands. Let me talk to them, he adds as we approach them. Blackwater Pack is under lockdown. Nobody enters or exits without the Alpha's permission. One wolf states, looking at the 3 of us. Lance scoffs. Do you know who I am? I'm the Delta of this fucking pack. He growls, but the wolf just shrugs. Rules are rules, Lance. Another wolf answers. Look, we need in there now, I demand, and one of the wolves growls at me.
Who the fuck are you?
He argues back. Kayla stands in front of me, blocking my view. Watch who the fuck you're talking to. She is the future Luna of this pack, she snarls. I don't give a fuck who she is. None of you 3 are coming in unless you have permission from the Alpha. He folds his arms across his chest and glares at us. Alpha Silas says Lance can come in, but not his visitors. The second wolf speaks up. Lance grabs Kayla's hand and drags her a few feet away. I follow along with them. Look, I'll go in and see what's going on. This lockdown might have nothing to do with Kai. There could have been a rogue sighting.
No, we need to stick together.
Kayla practically begs him, but he shakes his head.
I'll be right back, I promise.
He kaises her hand, then turns around and walks toward the gate. The wolves let him in, watching him the whole time. Kayla grabs my hand, dragging me down the road away from prying eyes. We sit on a fallen log, with the large forest right behind us. A few minutes pass when I speak up. I'm going to shift. Maybe Raven can reach Titan. Okay, I'll keep watch. Nodding, I walk further into the woods. I start undressing behind a tree, then my bones start to crack and turn while I shift into my wolf. Raven stands on her 4 legs, her brown fur shining in the moonlight. Raven, are you okay? She whimpers. No, I can't reach Titan at all. Are you sure? Try again. She growls at me. I've been trying Avery. He either has me blocked or... Don't you dare say it, I threaten her. If she can't feel Titan, and I can't reach Kai, then that means something bad happened, and I can't accept that. Just face it, Avery, our mates are gone, she says, and a tear rolls down her fuzzy face. I shift back and hurry to get dressed. Raven may have given up, but I'm not. Kai can't be dead. The bond is still there, just very distant. I walk up to Kayla, and she frowns. Were you able to reach him? I haven't heard from Lance, and I'm starting to worry. I shake my head. No, but I'm not giving up. I'm going to find Kai myself. We're sneaking into Blackwater Pack.
Chapter 16, Kai.
I've been staring at the same paperwork for hours, but I can't seem to get anything done, knowing the crucial information brewing inside me. Titan is gone. I woke up in a foggy state a few hours ago. The top of my head was wrapped in a bandage, and my dad was at my bedside. He informed me there was an incident, and a witch posing as a human stole my wolf. She still hasn't been caught, and that's why we're on lockdown. I'm so frustrated and angry. I'm an alpha, I need a wolf. Titan was a part of me. Now he's gone, and I feel like a part of me has been ripped away. I can't even remember the last time I was this distraught. Maybe when my mom died. Besides losing my wolf, I also have temporary amnesia. Dad said I hit my head pretty hard when the witch attacked me. The last thing I remember is planning a vacation with Matt and Lance. Now I don't even remember if we went or not. I've been trying to get a hold of my best friends, but it's difficult since I don't have my wolf and can't mind Link. My phone is missing, and I called them from my office, but neither of them answered. Dad said they're away on business, but wouldn't they return if they heard about what happened to me? Without my friends or wolf, I'm stuck doing paperwork and wondering what to do with my life. My friends are busy, my wolf is missing, and I feel like I'm forgetting something important but can't figure out what. My dad is off preparing for a meeting. My annoying cousin Alpha Scott is supposed to be here any minute now to discuss business. His presence has always irked me because he's super competitive and smug about it. But now I just feel a deep hatred for him, but have no idea why. Sighing, I stare at more paperwork when my office door opens. My dad walks in with Scott right behind him. They sit in the 2 seats across from me. So Kai, how's it going? Scott asks, and I try to growl, but nothing comes out, angering me more. How do you think I'm doing? My wolf is gone, and I have to look at your ugly face now. Dad narrows his eyes at me. Calm down, Kai. Scott is here to discuss business. Put your personal issues aside and be the respectful alpha I raised you to be. Scott clears his throat before speaking. I'm sorry about your wolf, I didn't know. He quickly glances at my dad and then back at me. But I'm here because I brought Anastasia. She's willing to mate with you. My jaw drops. What? Dad growls. Remember we agreed you would take a choice mate. Your fated mate rejected you, that's why you were weak enough for a witch to take Titan away. I don't remember this. You wouldn't, Dad argues. It happened recently and your memory's a bit fuzzy. Now let's discuss business. It's late, so Anastasia is asleep, but we should be able to pull together a Luna ceremony for her by lunch. Her and Kai could mate quickly before. He tells Scott, who nods in agreement. Later today? That's very sudden. I interrupt. Dad shakes his head. Nonsense. The sooner the better. Scott brought her all the way here from his pack just for you, he answers, and then continues to talk to Scott about his plans to strengthen our packs. I sit back in my chair wondering if I can get out of this situation. I've always wanted to wait for my fated mate. Why did my mate reject me? Whoever she is, I don't even remember her name. If this Anastasia wolf is to be my mate, then I need more time. I can't just agree to spend the rest of my life with some woman I barely know. Are we even compatible? Will Titan feel betrayed I made this decision without him when he comes back? This just feels so wrong. I can't do it, I say loudly, getting my dad and Scott's attention. Can't do what? My dad asks, narrowing his brown, calculating eyes at me again. Mate with this Anastasia. I at least should get to know the wolf I'm going to spend the rest of my life with. Can't we wait a month so we can go on a few dates? I ask my dad. No. This happens now. We don't have time to waste your. I'm not mating with her until Titan is back. I can't mark her anyway without my wolf. I stand up, showing just how serious I am as my dad, and I stare each other down. Fine. Dad groans. I'll figure out how to get your wolf back in. Before my dad can finish his sentence, my office door suddenly swings open, revealing one of our pack warriors named Brett. Intruders have been spotted on the territory. We're starting a search now, he states, making my dad growl. Damn it, I have enough going on now, he says, standing up and leaving the room in a hurry. Scott stands up also, and I follow behind him when he turns around, putting up his hands to stop me. What are you doing, Kai? I'm going to help find the intruders. Scott shakes his head. You can't, it's too dangerous. I scoff. Please, I'm stronger than you. Not without Titan, you're not. Just stay in here until someone comes to tell you it's clear. He growls and then leaves the room in a hurry. I slam the door behind him, cursing today. It's midnight, and instead of sleeping, I'm having a meeting with my A'Shoel cousin about a mate I don't want and dealing with intruders. The worst part is I can't even help. What kind of alpha am I? After pacing the floor in my office for about 15 minutes, I decide to go take a look for myself. I can't just keep standing around feeling sorry for myself. Even before I got my wolf, I was tough. We train in both forms because of situations like this where your wolf could be temporarily injured. I can do this. I puff out my chest and leave my office. I walk down the empty hallway looking for anything odd. I can hear everyone around the many floors below me and someone shouting orders. Whoever they're looking for, they still haven't found. Heading towards my bedroom to grab my pocket knife, I see a shadow dart into a room. I don't think it's a pack member, so I head that way with a smile on my face. I'm going to catch the intruder myself and prove I'm still a fit alpha. I hear someone rummaging around the room. I stand outside the closed door waiting for them to exit. As soon as the door opens, I grab them by the throat and push them back inside. They scratch at my hand, but I only squeeze harder and slam them against the wall. Kai, please, they beg. Who are you and why are you trespassing on my territory? I'm here for you. It's me, Avery, she says, and my eyes finally adjust to the dark room. I let her go and look her up and down cautiously. I can't believe this.
Chapter 17, Avery.
Kai just looks me up and down, confused, so I repeat myself. It's me, Avery. I've been looking for you everywhere, but you must have changed rooms since I was here last. I've been running around the pack territory for the last hour looking for 𝐻𝐿. Warriors were walking around everywhere, and eventually one saw me, and I shifted into Raven and ran. They couldn't catch me. The first building I saw was the pack house and jumped through an open window inside. "What are you doing here? I haven't seen you in years," he asks, and I reach for him, but he takes a step back. "𝐻𝐿, we saw each other a few weeks ago at the mating camp. We've been talking on the phone every day since. Do you not remember any of this?" I ask him. This situation is worse than I thought. He didn't just lose Titan, but his memory too. He scoffs. "Avery, I haven't seen you since we were 10 years old. I never went to a mating camp. I've been at home taking care of my pack." "No, you did go, and with Matt and Lance, they can verify this. We reconnected, and we found out amazing news. We're mates." 𝐻𝐿 backs even further into the room. He runs his hand down his face in disbelief. No, this doesn't make any sense. My dad said." "Your dad lied, mine too. They know we're mates and want to keep us apart for some reason." "No, my mate rejected me. My wolf is gone. Titan is gone." He yells, taking a step towards me with every word until he backs me into the wall again. He wraps his hand around my throat again, but not as tight as before. "You're lying." I stare right into his golden eyes. "Why would I lie? I love you, 𝐻𝐿, so much." His unblinking eyes stare right back, seemingly unconvinced by my words. Yet his body says differently as 𝐻𝐿 presses his body closer to mine, and I can feel how hard he is. The smell of his sudden arousal has my mind in a haze, making my core clench at the memory of him deep inside me. His jaw ticks in annoyance as I press even closer to him. 𝐻𝐿's hand that was gripping my hip now travels up my back. His soft touch sends shocks all over my body, making me whimper in response.
"Fuck Avery."
"I've wanted to kiss you since I was 8 years old," he whispers, and I smirk. "Then do it." He slams his lips onto mine, and our tongues go straight to fighting for dominance. Like always, I give in, letting him win. He grips my hips, and I wrap my legs around his waist. 𝐻𝐿 starts walking us towards the bed on the other side of the room. Our mouths never leave each other as he lowers me onto the bed. I pull away so I can breathe, and 𝐻𝐿 takes that moment to start unbuckling his jeans. He pulls them down, exposing his very large, hard member. I pull my shorts down immediately, my panties going with them. 𝐻𝐿's back on me in seconds, 𝐻𝐿ing along my neck. He's sucking and biting, making me moan at the contact. "Fuck, darling, you're so wet," he whispers as he lines up along my wet core and gently slides in. His soft lips connect with mine again in a bruising kiss. 𝐻𝐿 just keeps slamming into me harder and rougher. I'm so fucking wet, and I swear I feel the shocks from our mate bond appearing, making it feel even better. He's so rough as he fucks me into complete submission. "𝐻𝐿, please, I'm so close." I moan, and his fingers strum my clit, making me clench around him.
"Avery, my little mate, I'm about to come already."
He groans and thrusts one more time before he explodes inside me. My legs shake at the same time, reaching my own peak. The room is completely silent, except for our breathing as we come down from our high. I caress 𝐻𝐿's face when he suddenly pulls out of me. He quickly gets dressed and glares at me. "That was a mistake," he says, sending a sharp pain right to my chest.
"What?"
I'm so confused. I thought he enjoyed it. "Get fucking dressed and get out. I'm supposed to be saving myself for my mate, not fucking some pack slut. Get out." He snaps and points at the door. I quickly pull my shorts up and put my shoes on. 𝐻𝐿 has his back to me, and I can feel how confused and tense he is. I walk towards him, wanting to hug him, but stop myself. "𝐻𝐿, please, we did nothing wrong. We're mates. Do you not remember calling me that when we made love?" A tear rolls down my face, and I wipe it away. "I didn't fucking say that." He turns around, and all I see is disgust written all over his face. "I don't know you, Avery. Maybe when we were kids, but not now." I nod. "You're right, but I'm not going to give up. I'm going to prove to you that we're mates. We're destined to be together. He scoffs. Good luck with that. I'm a lost cause. I caress his face, and this time he doesn't stop me. Just because you're a little lost doesn't mean I'm giving up on the man I love. I'll come search for you every time. He looks like he wants to say something when someone knocks on the door. Room check, they say, and Kai hurries to the door before they open it. Go the fuck away, he shouts through the closed door.
Kai, is that you? What are you doing in there?
The wolf on the other side asks, and Kai glares at me. I beg him with my eyes not to mention me, and he sighs.
Are you the fucking alpha, or am I? Don't fucking question me, Chris. Whatever.
The intruders still haven't been found. I heard it's 2 hot little she-wolves, though. If you find them, send them to my room. He laughs, and I hear him walk away. Kai's still staring at the door when I approach him. Kai, we need to go. Come with me, please. He glares at me. You should go, Avery. Like I said, this was a mistake. I nod, and even though I don't want to go, I need to find Kayla and Lance and tell them what I know. Kai doesn't have his wolf, and he has amnesia. I just hope it's not permanent. Our parents split us up before. I won't let them win again. I reach up and kiss his cheek. I'll be back for you, I promise, I say as I open the door. Goodbye, Avery, he whispers.
Chapter 18 Kai.
I head to my office, slamming the door closed on the way in. I go straight to my desk, shove all my paperwork off, and hit my fists on it. I'm so fucking confused and frustrated. I'm also fucking angry with myself. I just lost my virginity to some random fucking she-wolf. But it wasn't just a random girl. It was Avery, my childhood friend, who claims we're mates even though I haven't seen her in years. I was 10 years old when she left. She was my first heartbreak, and now years later, she's still making problems. The little SX vixen seduced me. It wasn't hard to do since she's so fucking beautiful. Her body molded perfectly against mine, and her soft fucking lips made me want to kiss her all day. But it's fucking wrong. I have no idea what the truth is. She claims we're mates, and our parents are trying to keep us apart. Why would they do that? Our parents were friends. Hell, we had sleepovers together almost every night, and our parents didn't care. She has to be lying, but I'm not sure why. Maybe she's just another she-wolf who wants to be Luna. She wouldn't be the first girl to throw herself at me because I'm an alpha. Only this time my dumbass gave in. I remember I called her my little mate before I spilled my seed inside her. I have no idea where it came from. The words slipped off my lips before I realized what I was saying, like it was just a natural thing to call her. Still frustrated, I leave my office and head to my bedroom. I need a fucking nap. My head is throbbing and weird images of me having sex with Avery keep popping up. Except it's not from moments ago. They almost feel like memories, which confuses me more. I haven't seen her in years, right? As soon as I enter my room, I strip down to my boxers and climb into bed. My eyes don't take long to close from the excruciating pain in my head, and I go straight into a dreamlike state. It's like watching a movie. 9-year-old me is in the kitchen of the pack house, sitting at the kitchen bar. A younger version of my mom is smiling at me. Her raven black hair stops at her shoulders, and she's wearing a yellow sundress with a ruffled red plaid apron tied around her waist. Are you guys ready for your baking lesson? Today we're going to cook one of my favorite desserts, she asks, and I look beside me to see a 9-year-old Avery. Avery is wearing her favorite pink overalls with a white shirt underneath. She even has cute little bows at the end of her pigtails. She nods at my mom. I can't wait. What is it? It's like those apple pies from McDonald's, but ours will taste better because they are homemade and made with our special ingredient. Love, Avery shouts, finishing my mom's sentence for her. You're right, Avery. How about you take the caramel and cinnamon, and Kai, you can stir the honey and cut the apples. 6-year-old me starts stirring the bowl, but I can't stop glancing at Avery, who is super focused on her own task. I smirk and stick my finger in the bowl, then wipe it on Avery's face, making her flinch. Now you will taste delicious. I smile at her. Kai, why did you do that? She squeals and sets her bowl on the counter. Because this is my new favorite snack, and I want you to taste like it. I laugh. Avery narrows her eyes and sticks her finger in her bowl, then holds it up. Then it's only fair you taste like it too. I quickly hop off the bar stool, but so does Avery. She chases me as I run around the kitchen trying to escape her. My mom just laughs and continues getting the food ready, ignoring our crazy antics. When Abby corners me, I hold my hands up in surrender. Please, I'm sorry, don't. Too late. You marked me, now I have to mark you, Simba. She screams and wipes the food on my forehead in a straight line. When she backs away, she stumbles, and I try to catch her, but we both fall with her landing on top of me. You're so clumsy. I squeal and laugh more. Maybe don't try to catch me when I fall, Kai. I scoff. Please, I'll always be here to catch you. Always, that's what best friends are for. The memory slowly fades away, and another one pops up. This time I'm lying in bed. My mom is sitting beside me reading me a bedtime story. I'm 7 and surprised to see I'm alone and not cuddled with Avery like always. Mom sets the book down and smiles at me. So, do you have any questions? I do, but not about the book. What's a mate, Mom? She looks surprised by my question. Where did you hear something like that, Kai? I shrug. April and Christina. They were arguing about who would be the best mate when I was playing Pac-Man. Mom sighs and pinches the bridge of her nose. Remind me to make sure the teenagers stay out of the game room when you and Avery are in there. But Mom, I whine, what is a mate? A mate is someone very special. The moon goddess only blesses us with one in our lifetime. They aren't to be taken for granted, and some people spend their whole lives searching for theirs. I'm confused. She grabs my hand and stares into my eyes, telling me this is serious. Kai, a mate is what your dad is to me, my special person. So like a husband or wife. I scrunch up my nose because girls are icky. Yes, but there's so much more. Our mate is our other half. They complete us. Nobody will ever love you more than your mate. So when you find yours, you appreciate her. Tell her every day how special she is and protect her always. You're an alpha, Kai, so your mate will lead the pack with you. Humming, I can only think of one person I would want to rule beside me. Can Avery rule with me? Mom chuckles. If she's your mate, sure. Oh, she will be, Mom. I love her the most, even if she is a girl. So you love her more than your own mom. She teases me and starts tickling me. When she finally stops, I can't stop smiling. Avery is my mate, I know it. I jolt awake out of my sleep. The visions I keep seeing of Avery and I together are real memories. She was right, we're mates. That means she was also right about my dad wanting to keep us apart. I have to find her before anyone else does. I rush to my closet, grabbing a clean pair of jeans and a black shirt. I grab socks and put on my shoes. Racing to the bathroom, I brush my teeth and put on deodorant. I even fixed my stupid hair, wanting to look nice for her. I'm such an idiot. I should have believed her. Avery never lied to me in the past, why would she now? My dad had completely brainwashed me, but not anymore. I never wanted a choice mate, he just wanted me away from Avery. He probably took Titan away also. When I open my bedroom door, I hear shouting coming from downstairs. I rush down the stairs to see what the commotion is all about. On the bottom floor of the pack house, I see Lance being held down by a few of our warriors. What the fuck are you doing? Get your hands off my Delta. I shout, making my presence known. The warriors stand taller, but still keep a hold on Lance. Sorry, Kai, we have orders to keep him away. A warrior named Chet answers. I fold my arms across my chest, my jaw ticking with annoyance. Orders from who? Lance is not a threat. From the Alpha, sir. Another wolf answers, avoiding eye contact with me. I'm pissed. Maybe if I had my wolf, I could Alpha command them to let him go. But since Titan's gone, my threats don't work as well. They see I'm not going to argue and start dragging Lance away. He starts fighting against them. Kai, I can't find Kayla or Avery, you have to find them. He shouts as they drag him towards the exit. Something is going on. You can't trust anyone, especially your dad. He warns, and I give him a nod before he's pushed outside. Sighing, I look at one of the warriors still standing around. Have any of the intruders been captured? I ask, and he smiles. They got one, she's in the cells. Are you going to torture her? Can I watch? He asks excitedly. Normally, I would be excited to torture someone also, but not if it's her down there. I should probably do this one alone, next time though. I wave him off and head towards the cells. Only one guard is standing outside the door to the basement where the cells are when I get there. He says nothing as I pass him and go down the long spiral stairs to our cells. We torture and kill rogues down here, so it smells like death and blood. I pass many cells looking for Avery when I stop at the last one at the end. The cell is completely empty except for a mattress on the floor and a body curled on top of it asleep. They have a chain covered in wolfsbane around their neck and bruises along their back. I can't see their face, but I know it's her. She's still dressed in her shirt and shorts from earlier, but they're ripped like she was trying to fight someone off her. I'm so livid thinking of some huge wolf getting rough with Avery. I'm also disappointed in myself for letting this happen. I drop to my knees and grab the bars of the cell. Without my wolf, the wolfsbane doesn't hurt at all. "Avery, darling, I'm here," I whisper. She slowly sits up and her face has a fresh busted lip and scratches on it. "Kai," she whispers and crawls over to me. She puts her hand over mine and starts to cry. "What are you doing here?" I'm so ashamed of myself. She's hurt because of me. I'm such an idiot. "You were right, we're mates. I'm sorry I didn't believe you before." The sound of someone walking our way has us both turning our heads in that direction. The steps get closer and Avery reaches through the bar and caresses my face. "You have to leave, Kai. Save yourself." A tear falls down my face as I turn my focus back to Avery. "No, I won't leave you, not again." "You have to please save yourself," she begs. Her hands are shaking as she cries uncontrollably. The heavy footsteps stop a few feet away from me, and I can feel his dominating presence. Avery just stares at him completely terrified, while I ignore him, hoping to spend a few more moments with my mate. I slowly put my hand through the bar and cup Avery's chin, making her face me. She swallows hard, and I wipe one of her tears with my thumb. "I love you, Avery Sinclair. I promise to never forget our love again." "Kai, I lo," is the last thing I hear before something hits me hard in the head and darkness overtakes me.
Chapter 19, Avery.
A scream escapes me as I watch Kai fall over unconscious. Alpha Silas growls as he stands over his son's body. He doesn't even look remorseful at all. "Kai, no, you're a monster." I shout and grab the bars of this cell, but it burns, so I let go. Still, I continue to glare at him. "He should have stayed away from you," he says, sniffing the air, then gives me a disgusted look and continues. "Today was the last day you seduce and manipulate my son. His mate is waiting upstairs for him." I look at Kai's unmoving body. His dad had hit him over the head really hard. Without his wolf, he could have possible brain damage. My stomach tosses and turns thinking of the pain he felt. Why would you do this? Hurt your own son. Alpha Silas takes a step towards the cell, and I back further away. He smirks at my fear of him. My son comes from a long line of alphas. We have a strong bloodline, and the only way our pack will survive is if that continues. But he can't do that mated to a little halfling like you. You're weak. I'm so confused. My brows furrow together. What do you mean, halfling? I'm a wolf just like you and Kai. He exhales, shaking his head at the same time. No, Avery, you're not. Your dad had sex with a human, and 9 months later she had you. No, you're lying, I shout and stand up. My dad wouldn't cheat on his mate. He loves my mom. Patricia isn't your mom. Why do you think she treats you the way she does? She only accepted you because she can't have children. When Patricia met your dad, you were 2 years old. Patricia was his fated mate, so he faked both your deaths and came to Blackwater Pack seeking refuge. My father happily accepted you guys since Patricia is from here. A tear slips down my face at his admission. Could it be true? Patricia has never been very nurturing like a mother should be. I've also never felt a bond with her like I do with my dad. Lastly, we look nothing alike. I thought I just took after my dad, but could the truth be my mom really isn't my mom? And where is my birth mom? Alpha Silas whistles, bringing me from my thoughts. His cold, calculating brown eyes stare right at me. It's unfortunate hearing the truth, but now you see why my son can't be with you. Kai needs a strong mate, not a pathetic halfling. My jaw ticks. How long have you known we were mates? He shrugs. Since you were 10. That's why I sent you away. It sucked losing my pack lawyer, but your dad insisted on going with you. He was upset at first, but he eventually saw reasoning, and we agreed to keep you two apart. I don't remember any of this. You wouldn't. I hired a witch to erase your memory of that week. She erased Kai's memory also. Since you didn't have your wolves, yet it was easy. Now I have to do things the hard way since you found each other again. He groans. I can't help but scoff. You and my dad disgust me, tearing apart children because of your selfish needs. Selene made Kai and me mates for a reason. We belong together. I guarantee your pack will suffer if you go along with your evil plan. My pack will be great, he shouts and grabs a hold of the bars. The wolfsbane doesn't seem to affect him at all, which scares me more. Too bad you won't be alive to see it. He snarls, and I turn my head at the sound of footsteps headed our way. 2 pack warriors grab Kai and carry his unconscious body out. Alpha Silas just continues to smirk at me when the last person I expect to see walks up beside him. Yes, Alpha, what did you need? Scott asks, and I notice his whole demeanor is off. His body is frigid, and he's avoiding looking at me. It's the complete opposite of his usual flirtatious, stuck-up mood. Kill her, he replies, and Scott gasps, then quickly covers it up. Sir, I thought we were going to send her back to Stars Hollow. Alpha Silas growls and grips Scott's shoulder. He digs his claws in, and even though Scott looks like he is in incredible pain, he stands completely still. I said to kill her. We need to make sure she doesn't tell anyone about this. Kai will be mated within the hour, so she's useless. He answers, then releases Scott and walks away, leaving us alone. Once I hear the basement door shut, I speak. Scott, are you okay? You don't have to do this, please. I beg.
Shut up,
He shouts, glaring at me. Scott, this isn't you. You're not a killer. I know you're a good person. He sarcastically laughs. You don't know anything about me, Avery. Hell, we met when we were kids, but your head was stuck so far up Kai's as you didn't even take a second glance at me. I'm sorry, I don't remember. Of course you don't. Every time I tried to spend time with my cousin, he was busy with you. I asked him to play baseball once. I had even bought him his own glove. But he said no because he was already playing soccer with you. He didn't even invite me, just ran off after you. He says, looking me up and down, disgusted. Scott, we were kids. Did you ever come and ask me to hang out? If you did, I'm sure I would have said yes. He shifts foot to foot, nervously avoiding eye contact with me. Once, when we were 10, my dad had left me overnight while he was busy. I was about to go in the game room, but I wanted a snack first. I saw you in the kitchen, and you were smiling and happy. Your hair was in 2 Dutch braids, and I thought you were adorable. He smiles, finally looking at me. I can't help but smile back. Then what happened? He growls. Kai, I asked you to come play with me, and you were about to say yes, but then Kai walked up and threw his arm around you. He answered for you, saying you were busy with him, and told me to disappear. You two walked away, leaving me alone in the kitchen.
I'm so sorry, Scott. I'm sure I wanted to hang out with you. It's just Kai.
He waves me off. Yeah, I get it. He was your best friend, and even then he wouldn't let his mate out of his sight. I'll admit I've always been jealous of him. He's stronger, a great leader, and found his mate when he was a kid. He's a lucky guy. He sighs and pulls a key out of his pocket, unlocks the cell door, and yanks it open. You're not going to kill me. No, but I can't help you either. If my uncle finds out I helped you, he will kill me next. Grinning, I throw my arms around him, giving him a huge hug. I pull away, and he unlocks the collar around my neck and throws it down. Thank you so much, Scott. I'll always remember your kindness today. He grunts. Just go before I change my mind, and don't come back to this pack no matter what. I frown. No way. I'm not leaving Kai. It's too late. Alpha Silas has a witch performing a ritual to bring his wolf back. Anastasia is already there waiting to mark him as soon as he wakes. I'm sorry, I thought he agreed on a mate. I didn't know all this crazy shit was happening. With you dead, Alpha Silas is hoping Kai won't reject the forced bond. He explains, but I'm not dead and Titan will know that. That means we can still save him. I start to walk away, but turn around when I don't hear Scott following behind me. Are you coming or what? No, I'm going home where I belong. This isn't my fight. Walking back up to him, I growl and place my hand on his shoulder. Scott, Kai is your cousin, your family. He's in trouble and he needs your help. Despite your differences, I know he would help you too. He rolls his eyes at me. Fine, let's go save my annoying cousin before I change my mind.
Chapter 20 Kai.
Ignoring the throbbing pain in my head, I open my eyes to see where I'm at. Last I remember, I was in the cells talking to Avery. Then my dad showed up and hit me over the head. My eyes finally adjust to the darkness, and I see I'm outside in the woods. There are a few candles lit up on the ground, and I'm tied down to a wooden weathered table. The full moon shines, casting just enough light to see my surroundings. What the fuck is going on? I pull on the ropes, but it's no use because both my arms and legs are tied down. Calm down, son, 𝒬𝒔 will be done soon. My dad says, walking up beside me and making me frown. You piece of shit. Where is Avery? What did you do to her? He laughs, throwing his head back. So concerned about the little slut. Was the SX really that good? Disrespect my mate again, and I will make sure your death is slow and painful, Silas. You are no longer my family, and when I get free, I will kill you. I promise you that. He bends down so we're face to face. He ruffles my hair, and I spit on him. It surprises him as I stare at him, disgusted to call him my father. He stands up, wiping my spit off. I'm disappointed in you, Kai. I thought you wanted the pack to be strong, to continue our family's legacy. I do, but with my mate right beside me. That means Avery, not some whore you picked for me. Speaking of the she-devil, a woman with long black hair and bright green eyes walks up. She stands beside Silas nervously. He whispers something to hear, and she smiles. Hello, Kai, I'm Anastasia. I'm so happy to be selected as your mate. She runs her hand along my arm, and I try to yank it away. Don't fucking touch me, I shout at her, making her flinch. Silas wraps his arms around her waist, pulling her back to him. Don't worry about him, sunshine, I'll make sure he behaves. He kisses the top of her head, and she blushes. Your disgusting mom would be so ashamed of the man you became. Don't speak about my mate. He growls loudly, making birds fly from the trees nearby. I narrow my eyes at him. Then don't speak about mine. Groaning, he yells for the witch, who is still walking around lighting candles and throwing some weird powder around us in a circle. Is it almost ready? We need to hurry. The old lady with long white hair to the ground nods. It's ready. I only need a sample of his blood to start. Dad grabs my hand, and I try to pull away, but he's stronger than me. His claws elongate, and he cuts the palm of my hand. The witch 𝒬𝒔 puts a bowl under my hand as my dad squeezes my fist. Fuck, you a shoal, I'll kill you. I threaten him, but Silas ignores me, and the witch smiles, happy she got what she wanted as my blood fills the small bowl. I'm nervous as Silas stands on one side of me and Anastasia on the other. The witch 𝒬𝒔 begins chanting in a foreign language I don't understand. As her chanting increases, so does the wind. In a matter of seconds, we're surrounded by a dust-like tornado. 𝒬𝒔's voice is just a distant whisper now. Dad grabs my hand excitedly. This is it. We're going to be the strongest pack in the world, he shouts excitedly over the loud wind. I'm absolutely terrified as my body starts to spasm, and the throbbing in my head is back. My arms and legs start twisting, causing the ropes I was tied in to break, and I fall off the table to the ground. Silas quickly grabs me, holding me against his chest. His arm tight around my neck, choking me. Anastasia, mark him now, he shouts at her, and she walks towards me slowly and seductively, smiling. Till death do us part, mate, she says, leaning towards my neck, but I kick her back, making her stumble. Anastasia growls and lunges for me, but before she can reach me again, a small brown wolf emerges. It jumps on her from behind, digging into her shoulder. Anastasia screams as Raven Avery's wolf knocks her down and clamps down on her throat, ending her life.
No.
My dad shouts, seeing Raven smiling with her mouth dripping blood. Avery, I say, and see Scott's large black wolf Tibet ripping the witch into pieces in the distance. The weird dust-like tornado around us disappears, and I break out of my dad's hold and face him ready to end his life next. Silas backs away, slowly holding up his hands to surrender. Don't do this, Kai. I'm still your dad. I was just doing what was best for you and the pack. Kill him, Titan growls in my head. Growling, I shift into my large black wolf. Avery is on one side of me and Scott appears on the other. We all three stalk towards my dad, who is looking around for help. No one's going to save you. I remember everything. You made me forget my mate. You killed my beta, and you tried to force some slut to mark me. You deserve so much worse. Unfortunately, Titan wants your blood now. You would kill your father? He mind links me, and I snap at him, with a smile on my face. He growls and shifts into his wolf Zeus. We circle each other, both growling and snapping at the other. Scott is right next to a worried Avery, so I knew she's safe. 2 more wolves run up, and I notice it's Lance and Kayla. I guess your friends will be here to witness your death. This is your last chance to back down. Silas warns me. No, this is just the beginning. I growl and lunge for him. I land on top of him, but he kicks me off, and I roll over and begin circling him again. We're both growling and snapping at each other. Silas swipes at me with his claws, but I jump back. Both of us growing impatient lunge for each other. Silas overpowers me, knocking me on my back. He claws at my belly, and I use my feet to roll us over so I'm on top of him. Despite the excruciating pain, I sink my teeth between his neck and shoulder. He keeps clawing at my belly, trying to stop me, but I keep a hold on him as more of his blood fills my mouth. His body starts to go limp underneath me, and he starts thrashing, trying to buck me off. But I clamp down harder and dig my back claws into him. Zeus, his wolf, whines, and I hear his heart stop beating. Spitting out the blood, I watch the light leave his eyes. Titan continues to stand over his corpse, still growling, making sure the piece of shit won't magically come back alive. Avery saunters over, burying her face in the crook of my neck. My stomach is slowly healing, and Avery whines, knowing I'm injured. But the pain was worth it because Silas is dead. My friends start howling, and soon I can hear the whole pack joining them. Shaking my head, I look up at the full moon in the sky and start howling too. It's time for a new beginning, one where I'm alpha with Avery leading by my side.
Chapter 21 Avery.
It's been a week, Kayla, and he's barely spoken to me. All he does is hide in his office. I'm not even sure if he's eating or sleeping. I complained to my best friend about Kai. I've been so worried about him since he killed his dad. He's still processing. A lot has happened, Avery. He lost his wolf, his dad, and his best friend. The pack is still mourning also. The memorial service last night was rough. I know she's right, but I'm so used to Kai being the strong one in our relationship. He's struggling, and I don't know how to help him. He won't talk to me about it, and he's constantly on edge that everyone is afraid to even look at him. The wrong way, worried he'll snap and kill them next. Last night we had a memorial service for Matt. I cried the whole time, but Kai didn't even shed a tear. He spoke about his memories with his friend and praised him for his work as beta, but there was no emotion in his voice. It seemed so scripted and fake. For now, Lance has taken over as beta, but I'm not sure if it's permanent or if he will keep his position as Delta. My Luna ceremony is tomorrow, but I can't even focus on it. Kayla has been in charge of decorations and catering as I sulk in my room. I won't consider Kai's room ours until he actually sleeps in here. Is B here yet? I ask Kayla. She's supposed to be arriving to help with the Luna ceremony. She nods. She should be here within the hour. She sits beside me grinning. I still can't believe Dean is her mate.
I'm actually not surprised. B always insisted he liked me, but he never wanted to be alone with me. He always insisted one of you join me, and he always asked about B. I thought he was just being a concerned friend, but maybe he knew they were mates.
Kayla shrugs. It's possible. Usually alphas can sense their mates pretty early on. I have no idea why he didn't act on it though. Well, Stars Hollow is pretty traditional, so he probably wanted to wait until he was 18 to be sure. 𝒊𝒂𝒃 has always been overly cautious. She nudges me, and I nudge her back. Speaking of caution, when are you going to talk to Kai? Exhaling, I stand up. Right now. He can't keep hiding from me. I know he's mourning, but I'm his mate, he can't shut me out. Good luck, she whispers, and I roll my eyes at her comment. I'll be fine, I think, I say, and leave the room and head down the hall to Kai's office. I stand outside the oak door fidgeting with my hands. I have no idea why I'm nervous. Kai is my mate, he loves me. This conversation will go well. He won't yell or tell me to go away. Will he? My hand grabs the golden doorknob, and I hold my breath as I enter. My eyes immediately widen at the state of his office. The dimly lit area has papers strewed all over the floor, a knocked-over broken lamp, and smells like rotten food.
Kai, what is going on here?
I look past the clutter at my handsome mate at his desk. He's wearing a wrinkly food-stained white shirt and gray sweatpants. He just keeps typing on his computer. Just sending some emails, he answers without looking up. Have you even left this office this week? Kai scoffs like my question is so ridiculous. Of course, you saw me at the memorial last night. I walk over to him and slam his laptop closed. He finally looks up at me and his eyes are glossy and bloodshot. That's not what I mean, and you know it. Have you showered, eaten, or even slept?
I'm fine,
he says, faking a smile, but I know better. You're not fine, and neither am I. I didn't realize when we lost Matt, I also lost my mate. I need you. My comment seems to have angered him, because he abruptly stands up and grabs my hand. Do you think I'm a bad mate? He whispers softly, and I reach up and caress his face. He leans into my touch. You're a wonderful mate, but I don't want to lose you too. I know you're mourning your friend. I didn't know Matt as well as you did, but I miss him too. But he wouldn't want you living like this. I glance around at the filthy office. I love you, Kai. I almost lost you. I was so scared. A tear slips down my face, and he wipes it away with his thumb. I was scared too, Avery, but I promise I will never let anything happen to you again. You're everything to me. Titan is so mad at me for ignoring you. He chuckles and I smile. I'm going to do better. I won't shut you out anymore. Good, because I have something important to discuss with you. I tease him, backing away and throwing my shirt off, revealing my new lingerie. He growls and his eyes flash, telling me Titan likes what he sees. It's pink, your favorite color. Raven, and I want you to mark us. We're tired of waiting.
Fuck.
He curses under his breath and claps his hands. Classical music plays, and a bed appears from the floor.
Why do you have this? I laugh and Kai grabs me and throws me over his shoulder. I laugh more as he throws me on the bed and crawls on top of me. In case my beautiful mate tried to seduce me in my office, I've been waiting a long time to use it. He growls and crashes his lips onto mine.
We fight for dominance, and Raven and I are impatient as we use our claws to tear off Kai's shirt. He smirks and pulls down his pants before I destroy those next. Once we're both naked, he's plastering Kai's all over my chest. My legs are wrapped around him as he pushes inside me, making me arch my back and dig my nails into his shoulders. Fuck, Avery, you're so wet and tight, darling. He whispers along my skin as he Kai's up to my neck. Kai, please, I beg, and he starts thrusting harder. His face is in the crook of my neck as he goes in deeper, filling me to the brim. The sound of music is long gone, and all that can be heard are our mons and bodies clashing together. The pressure in my stomach is building, and I know I won't last much longer before I burst. I grab Kai's face, shoving my tongue in his mouth, desperate for his Kai's. He's Kaising me back just as desperately. We belong together, and this time apart has just made us crave each other more. He's my everything, nothing will tear us apart again. I'm about to mark you, are you ready? He whispers, and I nod. Surprising me, Kai pulls out, then slams back into me. He muffles my scream by Kaising me and then biting my lip. He slows down his pace and then begins kizing the crook of my neck. Mine, he growls before his canines pierce into my skin. Ah, Kai. My whole body ripples with pleasure as Kai releases my neck and starts licking the spot where he marked me. When he's done, it's my turn. Kai bares his neck at me, and I kiss and nip the perfect spot on his neck before I sink my canines in. Kai tenses above me, letting out a deep moan. At the same time, a climax exploding all over him. I release his neck and lick the wound, watching my mark magically appear. Grunting, Kai releases inside me and practically collapses on top of me. We're both catching our breath when Kai plants a soft kiss on my lips. I love you so much, darling, he confesses, and I can't stop smiling. I love you, Kai, so much.
Chapter 22 Kai.
I'm so exhausted I can barely keep my eyes open as I attempt to do some paperwork in my office. The last week has been spent satisfying my mate until she passed out. Avery's heat started the day after I marked her. It usually takes a few days, but hers started almost immediately. Her arousal was so strong, I was in a frenzy. I couldn't keep my hands off of her, not that she wanted me to. We barely slept over the 5 days she was in heat. Titan was howling in my head, hoping she got pregnant with our pup right away. We didn't use protection, and I nodded inside her, so it's possible our plan to have kids will start right away. We had to postpone the Luna ceremony, but today we should be able to have it. B is still in town, and a few other packs have arrived wanting to be a part of the celebration. I invited my Uncle Seth and Scott despite wanting to break my cousin's neck for his betrayal. Avery begged me to be nice, so I'm going to try. I take a sip of my coffee, hoping it will give me some type of energy. My office door swings open at the same time and Lance walks in dressed in a suit. I nod at him. Beta. I greet him, still trying to get used to his new title. He groans as he approaches my desk. That's what I wanted to talk to you about. We still need a Delta. Have you looked over the applications I sent you? I grab the stack of applications I haven't even bothered to look at yet. Can't you handle it? I say, throwing the papers back down. I can't do everything around here while you're fuking your mate all week. He sighs. I had warrior training, investigating all the traitors of the pack, and even packing up Matt's stuff. We need someone else around here to pick up the slack. He yells, making me slam my fists on the desk. I get it, I've been slacking as an alpha, but Avery's heat was unexpected, and the investigation into who all helped Silas might take a while. I'll alpha command the suspects to tell the truth, which should help. And finding a new Delta? I growl. I'll figure it out. I have a few people in mind I can trust. Honestly, I have no idea who I want as my new Delta. It was difficult enough to promote Lance to Beta. The position has always been Matt's, but I know if anyone could step up and make my best friend proud, it would be Lance. Matt wouldn't want the position to go to anyone else. What about Carl? Lance throws out the name of one of our top warriors. Fuck no. That redhead fuck tried to hurt Avery when we were kids, and I beat his ass. He's lucky I don't throw him out of the pack for his treachery. Just the thought of him close to my mate makes me want to go punch him again. You were kids. Lance laughs, and I growl at him. He laughs more and starts to argue with me when my office door swings open again. This time it's a frantic Kayla. She's wearing a turquoise dress, which is weird because she hates formal clothes. We have a problem, she states, making me immediately stand up, worrying about my mate. Where's Avery? I ask, worried. If somebody hurt her, I'll kill them. Titan growls in my head, agreeing with me. She's in her room getting ready, but we found her dad. He's locked up in the cells. He says he'll kill himself if he doesn't talk to Avery. I grab a book off my desk and throw it across my room angrily. His death belongs to me. I won't give him the satisfaction of dying like a coward. Alpha the Luna knocked out 2 guards and entered the cells. We need you down here. A mind link comes through, making me growl again. What's wrong? Kayla asks, and I walk past her and Lance. Avery's with him, I answer, heading out of my office and going to the cells in a hurry. I pass the 2 guards, slowly waking up when I reach the door to the cells. Another guard helps them to the infirmary while Lance, Kayla, and I walk down the steps into the cells. I can hear Avery shouting and begin to run. When we reach my mate, she's crying and yelling. Her dad, James, is down on his knees begging for forgiveness. I never meant to hurt you. I thought I was doing what was best. He cries and Avery shakes her head in disgust. You lied to me all my life. I never took birth control shots. You were giving me a drug to suppress my human side, so I smelled more like a wolf than a human. But instead, it did the opposite, and I couldn't talk to Raven without shifting. James narrows his eyes at me as I approach Avery and wrap my arms around her. She lays her head on my shoulder as she cries. I kiss the top of her head. Don't worry, darling, he won't ever hurt you again, I promise. Avery, if the pack ever found out your mom was human, they would have thrown us out. We wouldn't survive as rogues. I lied to protect you because I love you. What do you even know about love? Kai would never do that to me. She glares at James, who rolls his eyes. Please, he was going to take another wolf as his mate. He won't be faithful to you. You're better off alone. You don't need a mate, Avery. They're nothing but trouble, trust me. Titan takes control of my body, letting go of Avery and approaching the cell. He grabs James by his shirt collar. We will never take another. Mate is ours. He growls and lets a scared James go and relinquishes me back control. I grab Avery, hugging her again. Tell me, Dad, did you even love my mother, my real one? She asks. He looks from me to Avery before answering. He's still shaking in fear from Titan, which brings me great joy. He scoffs before answering. Of course I did. She was my first love, and we were happy. But once I met Patricia, my feelings for her disappeared. You were 2 years old when I faked our death and took you to Blackwater. Patricia is from here and Alpha Logan. Kai's grandfather offered us protection and a home here. And where is my mother now? She demands, pulling away from me and folding her arms across her chest. If I tell you, then I want a favor, he asks, and Kayla walks up to his cell growling. Lance grabs her arm to drag her away. You have no right to ask for anything. You piece of shit, Kayla curses. James turns his focus to Avery, ignoring the rest of us, glaring at him, ready to rip his throat out. I'm still your dad, Avery. Grant me this one wish, and I'll tell you all about your mother. She's still alive. I have her address. Avery looks at me, and I nod, giving her permission. Fine. What's the favor? If it's letting you go, the answer is no. He shakes his head. I'm not an idiot, Avery. I know I won't leave here alive. But if I'm going to die, I want it to be by your hands, no one else's. Fuck you. How dare you ask her of that? I shout and reach through the bar to grab him, but expecting it, he jumps back where I can't reach him. My shoulders heave up and down as I try to calm down and not shift and kill this A'Shoal. Avery's calming sense surrounds me as she engulfs me in a hug. With my eyes closed, I count to 10, trying to calm down still. Avery squeezes my hands and kisses my cheek. When I open my eyes, she's staring at me with so much love and adoration. It's okay, Kai. I'm okay. She caresses my face, and I crash my lips onto hers, wanting a taste, no needing a taste. I need to know she's okay, and she's right here with me still. Are you going to grant me my favor or not? James interrupts, and Avery pulls away from me and smirks at him. I'll do it. I have no problem ending your life, she says with so much venom, I'm instantly turned on by it. James immediately gives us the information we need, and after Lance and Kayla return to the cells confirming it's all correct, Avery leaves and goes back upstairs with them. Now James and I are alone, and I can smell the fear radiating off him in waves. James cowers in the corner of the cell. Where did Avery go? She's supposed to be the one to kill me. Get her back here. Avery, Avery. He shouts, but it's pointless with the soundproof walls. I shrug as I unlock the cage and step in. I roll up the sleeves of my long-sleeved shirt and crack my knuckles. Avery lied to you, sucks, doesn't it? Don't worry, I'm not going to kill you yet. I figure I'll torture you for a few weeks. No, please don't. I'm sorry, he cries. Sorry isn't good enough. I growl and punch him so hard in the jaw that it cracks. He falls to the ground and spits out a mouth full of blood. I grab him by the collar of his shirt and deliver blow after blow to his face until it's almost unrecognizable. When he's barely breathing, I leave him to rot and exit the cell, locking it behind me. I'd stay longer, but I have a Luna ceremony to attend.
Chapter 23 Avery.
I've never been a nervous flyer. Planes, heights, or falling to my death doesn't scare me. The only thing that terrifies me is meeting a woman whom I've never met and expecting her to welcome me with open arms, especially when she thought I was dead. My hand shakes, and I go to grab the armrest when Kai's hand grabs mine. He interlocks our fingers and brings my hand up to his mouth, pressing a soft kiss. Everything is going to be fine, Avery. No need to be nervous. I glance at his smiling face. How can you say that? Hannah, my mom thought I was dead. She gets a mysterious call from Kayla informing her I'm alive and want to see her. It's been 2 days, and we're going to see her in a few hours. What if she's not ready to see me? She wouldn't have invited us if she didn't want to see you. Plus, she said she had important information to tell you. I'm curious to know what it is. He says, leaning back and relaxing in his seat. You're way too calm. Normally, I'm the one trying to help you relax. What can I say? I'm maturing. He winks at me, and I roll my eyes. Sure, let's go with that. He narrows his eyes at me and sits up. I don't like your attitude, mate, he growls, and I growl right back. Get used to it, mate. Sassy Avery is here to stay. I stand up to leave when Kai grabs my hips, pulling me onto his lap. I'm straddling him, and I can feel how hard he is underneath through his jeans. I'm going to fuck that little attitude out of you, Avery, he whispers hoarsely, his eyes flashing, telling me Titan is trying to take control. Then do it, I reply, and Kai growls before his lips are on mine. I'm on into his mouth, which seems to be his undoing, because he stands up and starts walking us to the back of the plane where the bed is. A fire has been awakened in me, and only Kai can put it out. When the jet finally lands, Kai already has a car waiting for us on the tarmac. Thanks to being alpha of the largest pack in the western United States, Kai has lots of connections and perks. When the alpha in the area heard of our arrival, he sent a rental car for us to use. He even offered for us to stay in his pack, but we declined because Hannah, my mom, wants us to stay with her since we're only here for 1 night. Hannah's home is close to the airport. She lives in a large 2-story house in the suburbs. It looks like the perfect home for a family with a porch swing, a white picket fence, and kids playing in the neighborhood. It makes me wonder how my life would have been if my dad never took us away. Kai parks the car along the curb and turns to me. Are you ready for this? We still have time to run if you're nervous. He jokes, but I can tell by the look in his brown eyes that he's serious. If I want to back out, he fully supports my decision. I swallow hard, looking between Kai and the house. A small smile graces my lips. I can do this. She's my mother. She's going to love me, right? He smiles back. Only an idiot wouldn't love you, and you didn't get your brains from your dad, so I say Hannah's probably pretty smart. I laugh. You're right, I'm amazing. We both exit the car holding hands as we approach the bright red door. I ring the doorbell and glance at Kai, who wiggles his eyebrows and makes a silly face, making me laugh. Stop it. This is serious. I'm going to hit Y. I threaten him, but the door swings open, revealing a woman with light brown hair in a black fitted dress and nude lipstick. She has high cheekbones and the same nose as me. Mom, I whisper. Avery, my goodness, you're so beautiful. She engulfs me in a hug, and I start crying. Kai ushers us inside, while Hannah, my mom, still hugs me. Finally, I pull away and wipe my tears with the back of my hand. I'm sorry for crying. It's just so much. I can't believe how much we look alike. I thought I looked like Dad, but I was wrong. I'm a spitting image of my mom. We have the same facial structure and are even the same height. Even as a baby, you looked like me. Would you like to see some pictures I have? She asks, and I nod eagerly. Yes, please. Hannah walks over to the fireplace and grabs a pink book. She then sits on a small white love seat. I sit beside her, and Kai sits across from us on the other couch. She flips the book open, and the first picture is Mom in a hospital gown, holding a small baby. James took this immediately after I gave birth. We were so happy to have a healthy baby girl. You were named after my aunt who died from cancer a year before. I didn't know that. I smile at her, and she nods. We even planned on having more kids one day. James and I had discussed having a large family. After the car crash, I became so depressed. I couldn't eat or sleep knowing my family was gone. She frowns and I grab her hand to comfort her. I'm so sorry Dad took me away from you. He shouldn't have faked our death. He should have explained things to you. I had no idea you even existed until recently. Dad led me to believe Patricia was my mom. She was nice, but I never felt a connection to her. The moment I saw you, I could feel in my heart you were my mother. Where's Patricia now? She asks, pulling her hand back and starting to fidget nervously. She's gone. After James's despicable acts, she took her belongings and left. We think she's in Europe somewhere laying low. Kai answers for me, making the air in the room very tense with his anger. Patricia hasn't been charged with anything, but Kai still wants to kill her. Was Patricia his mate? Hannah asks, surprising me and Kai. We both face each other immediately, and I know we're both wondering the same thing. Are you two mind linking? She interrupts the silence and Kai stands up and begins pacing. I bite my lip nervously. Mom, you know about werewolves. You knew Dad was one. She nods nonchalantly. Yes, James made me swear to keep it a secret, but I knew what he was. I thought rogues had attacked you guys because the car was so destroyed and there were claw marks. But yes, I know what you both are.
Well, who are you guys?
A female voice interrupts, making Kai growl at the intrusion. The blonde throws her hands up, dropping her book. Please don't kill me. That didn't sound normal at all. Hannah sighs and stands up. This is another reason I wanted to see you, Avery. This is your sister, Charlie. Adopted. Charlie clarifies. Your mom married my dad 5 years ago. She smiles and looks from me to Kai. So why is the scary large guy looking at me like he wants to rip my head off? Kai's fists are still clenched at his side as he glares at Charlie. His shoulders heave up and down. Kai, calm down. Charlie is not a threat, I'm fine. I assure him. He's still on edge since killing his dad. If anyone even blinks too fast by me, Kai and Titan are ready to rip their throat out. I'm definitely not a threat. There's not a violent bone in my body, I promise. I don't even kill flies, I trap them and let them go. She answers, and satisfied with her answer, Kai grunts and comes over and hugs me. His face is in the crook of my neck as I rub his back. After I calm Kai down, we all go freshen up and head to a local restaurant for dinner. It's a seafood restaurant, and the food smells divine. We sit at a table with a red and white tablecloth. Kai is beside me with my mom Hannah and my new sister Charlie across from us. As we wait for our food, I decide to get to know Charlie more. I've always wanted a sibling, so I'm eager to know all I can about her. So Charlie, how old are you? I ask, and she looks at me with her big, curious brown eyes. I'm 16. I turn 17 in about 2 months. She smiles at me. Really? I just turned 18, and so did Kai. We have the same birthday.
Charlie squeals, nudging Mom, who smiles at her silliness.
The same birthday, that's so romantic. I bet you guys always celebrate together, doing cute couple stuff together. Ah, I'm so jealous. She grins. I can't help but laugh. Actually, we just reconnected, but we used to celebrate each year together, yes. Next year, I plan on throwing us a huge party. You two should come. Charlie instantly turns to Mom. Can we go, please? I can even take pictures for you guys. I have a professional camera I can use. So you like photography? Kai asks her, then takes a sip of his water. She nods very enthusiastically. I love it. It's my passion to travel the world and take pictures of people and nature. I love it all. She smiles, and the way her face lights up, I can tell it's true. Do you travel a lot now? I ask, and her smile disappears. She glances at Mom before looking back at me.
No, Mom travels a lot for work, so I've never even left the state of Florida. She sighs.
What do you do for work? Kai asks Mom, while I pay attention to Charlie, who seems lost in her thoughts now. She seems really sad, and I take a mental note to ask her about it later. I'm a flight attendant. Mom smiles. I leave out for a flight in 2 days. It will be back-to-back flights around China before we head to Russia, then finally New Zealand. I'll be gone a little over a month. She answers and continues to explain more about her job, but I'm too shocked to listen. Kai immediately mind links me. So Hannah is just going to travel the world. Who takes care of Charlie while she's gone? He asks and squeezes my hand under the table, trying to control his temper. I can tell he's instantly bonded with Charlie and wants to protect her. I mind link him back, still faking a smile. I'll ask, but I have a feeling by how upset Charlie seems I won't like the answer. Titan is ready to kill your mom. Do something before I do. He warns, and I clear my throat, interrupting my mom's ramblings. I don't mean to intrude, but who keeps an eye on Charlie while you're gone? Mom's smile drops, and she tenses up. Charlie watches herself. Our neighbors are like family and keep an eye on her. Miss Gloria hates me and Mr. Richard's dog bites. Charlie mutters under her breath, but I hear her perfectly. Why doesn't Charlie come stay with us? Kai speaks up and Mom frowns, looking between us. I'm not sure that's such a good idea. It could be dangerous. I would feel terrible if something happened to her. Charlie is my responsibility now. Kai grips his glass of water, cracking it. It's not for negotiation, Hannah. Charlie's coming back with us. She will be safe in our pack. No harm will come to her, and I'll feel better knowing she isn't alone. Pack? What are you guys, like a cult of werewolves? Charlie laughs and takes a drink of her soda pop. Actually, we are. Kai and I are werewolves. I answer, and Charlie spits out her drink, and it flies all over Kai's face. He wipes it off, groaning. You're not serious? Charlie asks and lowers her voice to a whisper. Werewolves are real? I read books about them all the time. Fantasy romance is my favorite genre. I nod. They're very real, and if it's fine with Mom, you can come stay with us. You will be perfectly safe and have your own room and... Yes, she interrupts me, smiling. I want to go with you. I don't care how dangerous it is. Mom, please, can I go? She turns back to Hannah, pouting and begging. My mom, Hannah, looks from Kai to me. I'm smiling, and I know Kai is still frowning, showing his distaste for the situation. She shrugs. I guess you can go, but only for a month. Yes, Charlie grins. You will have to follow a few rules, the main one being you can't tell anyone about us, understood? Kai says sternly, and Charlie nods in agreement. The food arrives shortly, and as we all talk, getting to know each other better, I can tell Charlie is in a much happier mood. I'm happy Kai suggested she come with us. I have a sister, and I can't wait to get to know her.
Chapter 24 Kai.
I lean back in my office chair, giving my attention to my Beta, Delta, and Gamma. Lance, Ethan, and Kayla. Ethan is younger than us, being only 16, but he's Matt's cousin, and he trains harder than werewolves twice his age. He agreed to join our pack and become Delta when he heard of an opening. He arrived while I was in Florida with Avery. We ended up staying 3 days instead of 1. Kayla was promoted to Gamma weeks ago. She's Avery's best friend, and I know nobody will protect her better when I'm not around. She was a top warrior at her old pack and has climbed up the ranks quickly here, making her overqualified for the job. I meet all their eyes before speaking. I normally don't hold meetings without warning, but I have a few important things to discuss. First, I want to welcome Ethan to our pack. I wish it was under different circumstances, but you're a great warrior, and I know you'll make your cousin proud. Thank you, Alpha. Ethan nods, and I continue. The reason I called this meeting is because Avery is out shopping, but when she returns, we need to make sure the pack is on their best behavior. I don't want any shifting inside, fights happening, or people staring. Lance looks at me confused. Does this have to do with the email you sent out about Avery bringing a visitor back with her? It's not her mom, is it? We still have James locked in the basement. Kayla interrupts, and I growl loudly and sit back. I really need to go kill that 𝐴𝒨, but hearing his screams of pain is euphoric. No, her mom is busy working. It's her sister, Charlie. Kayla's jaw drops. Avery has a sister. Adopted, yes. Her father was married to Hannah, but when he passed, Hannah got custody of his daughter. She's 16 and very human. Does she need a personal bodyguard? Ethan smirks, and I growl, warning him. She is not to be touched. Charlie is your Luna's sister, and you will show her the utmost respect. I don't want her involved with anyone, understood? Ethan nods. Understood, Alpha. Lance shrugs. So when do we meet her? I quickly mind-link Avery, who tells me they just pulled into Packlands and are almost to the pack house. I stand up. Right now. The four of us leave my office and head down to the dining hall. It's dinner time, and the dining hall is already busy. As I reach the bottom step of the stairs, the side door into the pack house opens and Avery walks in with Charlie right behind her. Kai. She smiles and wraps her arms around me. She tries to pull away, but I grab her by the throat and bring her lips to mine. I missed you, I whisper hoarsely, and she blushes. I was only gone a few hours. A few hours away from you is too much, darling. I kiss along her jaw, feeling my pants tighten at the thought of taking her. We separated at the airport earlier because I needed to get things settled while she went shopping with her sister. But now she's back, and I'm craving to be between her legs. Wow, this place is huge. It's like Harry Potter. Charlie's voice interrupts, and I see her from the corner of my eye glancing around amazed. Avery pulls away, and this time I let her go. She smiles at her sister, then wraps her arm with hers and leads her to our usual table. Lance, Kayla, and Ethan are already sitting. I hadn't even noticed they weren't by me anymore. I go to my seat at the head of the table. And Omega brings us all a plate, and I look around at the members of my pack. A few are looking at Charlie curiously, but none look angry like they want to harm her. They all had a proper warning a human would be joining us, and I'm proud of their behavior so far. So Kai is obviously the Alpha and Avery is the Luna. What do you guys do? Charlie asks our friends, who give a brief description of their roles in the pack. Charlie listens intently, eager to learn more about us. Avery grabs my hand, getting my attention. I think Charlie is going to fit in here. You worried for nothing, she whispers. You're right. I'll never doubt you again, darling. You better not. After dinner, I'm going to show Charlie her room. Then we're going to finish what you started by the door. She winks, and I groan, thinking of the fun we're going to have. Promise. I lick my lips, and she rubs her hand over the top of my jeans where my cock is starting to harden up again. I promise. I love you so much, Kai Blackwater. And I love you, Avery Blackwater. As soon as I marked Avery, she became my official wife and changed her last name to mine. She still wants a wedding later on, and I'm happy to do it. I want to show my wonderful mate off as much as possible. As dinner continues on, I can't help but reminisce over the past year and how much it's changed. I'm the official alpha of my pack now. My dad wasn't all bad, but he crossed a line trying to keep my mate from me. After we lost Mom, he only thought about power and how to strengthen our pack. I didn't want to kill him. I always thought he would willingly pass the reins to me when the time came. I'll miss the good parts of him, but I'm also relieved he's gone. He won't be a danger to my mate anymore. She's safely beside me where she always should have been. Losing Matt has been the hardest thing to overcome. He was my best friend. After Avery moved away, I shut myself off from others. I just focused on alpha training. But then Matt moved to the pack, and we became instant friends. I knew at 12 years old I wanted him to be my beta. Feeling someone staring at me, I look up from my plate of food. I glance around the room but don't see anyone. Still, the hairs on the back of my neck stand up at the feeling of being watched. I look around the room again and drop my fork when I swear I see Matt smiling at me. His figure fades away at the same time the light flickers. Kai, we need to get the lighting looked at. I think some of the wires are faulty, Avery suggests. Noticing my face, she frowns. What's wrong? You look like you've seen a ghost. I shake my head because I must be imagining things. I'm fine, let's hurry and eat so I can have dessert. I wink at her. Whether I really saw Matt or not, I know his wonderful spirit lives in all of us. He was my best friend and always will be.
Epilogue Avery.
It's been 2 weeks since Charlie arrived, and I must admit things are a lot better since she arrived. All the pack members have been accepting of her, and I get questioned every day how long she will be staying because everyone wants her photography services.
I thought Charlie would be nervous, but she fits right in. She isn't afraid when she sees someone shift in front of her, and she's getting used to the brief nudity she witnesses. We hang out every day, and she's been helping me with my Luna duties. Kai is busy with alpha duties, which isn't a surprise. Silas made a giant mess of things, and Kai's been trying to clean it up. He got rid of all the wolves who helped Silas, and he finally got rid of my dad. I thought I would miss him, but the betrayal from him still stings. I'm sure I'll mourn later, but for now, I'm happy he's gone. Kayla is taking her role as my gamma very seriously. She has me training every day and installed a safe room in my bedroom. I thought Kai would protest, but apparently he approved. He even made us christen the room together for good luck. But I think he just liked having another soundproof room to have sex in. Lance has been an excellent beta, and even though Matt is severely missed, Lance has done an excellent job taking over the role. He's increased security, found us new allies, and he's working on becoming the perfect mate for Kayla. They're still not officially together, but they've gone on a few dates in their spare time. As for me, I'm just happy to have my mate, wonderful friends, and a chance at a better life. I'll be taking over as principal at the elementary school when it starts in the fall, and I'm working on upgrading the old building. Soon my own pup will go there, and I'll be able to see him or her every day. Rubbing my flat stomach, I smile in the mirror at myself. One day, little one, you'll write your own story, and I'll be there to help guide and love you along the way. I promise, your dad, and I will never forget you. We're going to be a great mom, Raven says to me, and I smile happy. I can finally talk to my wolf without shifting. Yes, we are.
If you enjoyed the story, please consider leaving a review to help others find the book. And we'd love your feedback on our narration voice. Drop a comment below and let us know your thoughts. Your input helps us improve.
The end.
Don't forget to share with others.